I think Nightmare's like only good at Lucio comp for the most part. Granted, we lost a Nightmare and a Brigana Winston mirror. That was also like, my bad, but that was ego death, bro. Losing to Rada to Nightmare. And then I think NRG can play like everything for the most part, to be honest.
But I mean, that team just seems like a mess internally, like a total mess. Even like going and picking up Happy is just like the biggest question mark in the world. It's like you got proper Stalker and you want to get Happy in the lineup. Like that just tells me that things are already going so south. You know, the fact that you feel the need to throw Happy in the lineup when you have proper Stalker is like, it barely makes any sense at all. Like the only way that it could make sense is because you want to play proper on flex CPS.
Cool. Obviously, you never made it to Overwatch League, and I don't really know the full situation, but you were going to be on Shock for a period of time, and then it got cancelled. So walk us through it, because I don't actually know the full situation. What happened from your perspective?
I don't think that like people are like, oh, Deadlock is, you know, you've got people like ZP, you know, these dudes that are like, they've been out of Overwatch for fucking 7 years. Oh yeah, of course, Sauna. No, Sauna's a defender.
Oh my god.
Did he write that, or do you think someone else wrote the ad copy there?
I was so sad because I would look at like Reddit, I would look at social media, and there's literally like Bob Billy Joe 09. He's like typing on Reddit, like, if you guys have ever spent a minute with Vega, he's just a horrible person. I mean, these people, like, I don't know how on Reddit, they all know me. They all know me personally. They're just like, yeah, I mean, this guy, he just killed 10 children.
Welcome everyone to episode 27 of Uncoachable. Now, our guest this week actually had a bit of a rough weekend. They were beaten up by a bunch of college kids with no money who were trying to take his money. But his story ends in a happy ending because the very next day, he went and found those college kids and he beat me up even worse than he was beaten up. So welcome, Vega. Congratulations, of course, on the third successful stage. Toronto back on top. Can you talk to us a little bit? We can start with OWCS North America. How did it feel going in? Because obviously you felt like you came off a high really at the Esports World Cup, but then you run into this NRG type problem. What happened with all of that?
I think, honestly, we just thought it'd be free, to be honest. We got second place in EWC, and when we were scrimming, we were like shitting on everyone. So I honestly think that was part of the reason. We were like scrimming, doing so good in scrims, and then we just like wouldn't try in scrims because of that. So when we had to like try in a match, we would just like play pretty shit. Yeah, we honestly didn't really prepare much at all for anything. So
yeah, because
did you just?
Go on, mate.
Yeah, I mean, did you just roll into it and think that it was going to be incredibly free, you know, on account of the whole, you versus a bunch of college kids and teams that were like significantly better than?
They weren't salaried, so we thought we'd just go in there and win.
What, like, I mean, you say you weren't practicing or reviewing or whatever. I mean, like, were you actually doing air? Like, you just...
No, we actually did scrim. We scrimmed, like, we scrimmed a lot, but we always, like, shit on people in scrims. And also, every scrim, we, like... I wouldn't say off-roll, but like Merit would be on Tracer, Lenny would be on Widowmaker. Some archetype.
Sounds a bit off-rolly, yeah.
Merit Tracer maybe not the winning.
Like for us, we scrimmed Toronto, especially when we first started scrimming, it was like the difference had never been bigger. Like we actually were just getting like fucking turbo fucked by Toronto, like every block. Like if the scrim would end 1-5, it was actually like a pretty decent result because you didn't always get that map. And a lot of the times, especially like when we first started playing them on like on the dive mirrors, especially, it's just fucking off rolling and just getting fucked. Yeah, it's kind of horrendous.
The dive mirror, Danny started making us do like side quests, but just like targeting people. I remember, you know, whenever we scrim you guys, sometimes you put like backbone in. I think it's like 3 months ago, and we would just all focus backbone like in for him. As like the same thing.
Yeah, but then when I started to see you guys lose, I thought the only possible like solution is just like giga choking. Like I just felt like it could be the only thing that was possible. That like you guys like didn't even consider the thought of losing. I thought it would be so hyper embarrassing to lose. And then when you start to lose, then all of a sudden, like I remember that map 5 against Shock was actually, to be honest, that was some of the most fucking horrendous gameplay I've ever seen from Toronto. Like first point, you just give it up without even attempting to fight. You just give them the 100-0 for fun. And then every other ult is just like someone headbutting their keyboard like 10 seconds before the fight starts. So I was shocked because I was convinced you guys weren't going to lose the map this stage. So to me, the only explanation after scrims had to be like the fear of losing was like too big, considering it was impossible, you know?
Yeah, I think that was definitely it. I mean, to be honest, like I don't think anyone thought we would lose at all. So when things started getting close, I guess that just happened. I think the good thing is we're all like super confident going in, but that's like to be expected. I think also having like underdog buff is a real thing. So
Do you think like the people? Do the people in Toronto actually feel nervous when they start to lose maps to all the people in North America? Because it's like it didn't just happen once, right? Like on the first day, you guys actually trashed on Nightmare, but then didn't you wind up like going? I forget if you went to a map 5 versus Nightmare or something like that.
Map 5, yeah,
like it was actually close. Like you almost came third in OWCS.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. I wouldn't say we like choked. I think everyone just played like mid, honestly. Like I feel like Esports World Cup, we would just like, I would say shut on people. We actually did pretty bad in terms like in Esports World Cup, but was like match day, we would just do like so much shit. But I feel like in we're at match day and like versus A teams, we were sort of just like existing, like playing down to their level.
I really think it's a thing, by the way. Like I think I'm sure we'll talk about SSG at some point, but I actually think that like whenever you get a situation where like your internal expectations are to win and you kind of know that if you lose, it's embarrassing versus when you can go, like I used to fucking love the underdog mentality like that built my career, you know, of just like getting these guys to believe that they're shit and that if they won, it was like, it would shock everyone, you know? And actually like the second you do become like the favorite to win, I think it's like, it is so much harder in a way because like it's really easy as long as you're 3-0, but the second that one comes in, that one map, then all the voices in your head are like,
yeah,
it's gonna fucking like imagine if you guys lost, everyone like we would be on this podcast like absolutely fucking shit on you, you know?
Yeah,
like, we would be like we would be queued up for it. So
no, it is real. I was 5th or 6th in contenders for like 3 seasons, I think. Like when I first got into contenders, and then I think when I like got 4th place for the first time, we were like major underdogs. I forgot who we beat. I think it was Maryball at the time with like they had like Luke, Fall, Cyrus, Ice. That was like a pretty good roster at the time. I think we actually reverse swept them to get 4th place. But yeah, I think like once if you like the underdog mentality and like a bigger team loses a map, like they can also just get so fucked from it.
I think when we beat that famous Atlanta 3-0, I think you can actually feel it when you're playing that they are like, you can see from their movement, they're like, oh my God, we're going to lose this and it's going to be so embarrassing, you know? And that becomes like super fuel for you as like the underdog team. And I actually think it's like way harder mentality wise to do what, like, I guess what you guys keep doing, which is like still win every time. Cause yeah, I don't know. I think it's actually mentally much more difficult.
Yeah, to be honest, like, if we lost, I would have just said we were Atlanta. I would have just like excused it that way. Just lose 3-0 like that. I mean,
yeah.
Honestly, it's kind of hard to like win every stage, you know. But I think we're gonna try to win stage 4. But you're just looking at it like it's just hard to win everything.
I mean, I feel like you're in the best position possible to win everything.
Yeah,
I think you got it.
You never know.
Maybe the weight of expectation grows so great that you can no longer manage it or whatever. But I mean, it seemed like, you know, because earlier on in the year or whatever, you know, there wasn't all these like super strong performances, you know, like there were like doubts because you guys went to Dallas and you did fucking ass. But then like, you know, by EWC, the fact that like the pressure had never been higher at EWC, at least like, well, that's how I would have thought about it, given that there's like a fucking $1 trillion more on the line for the matches. So I thought that like EWC was way higher stakes, like single elim, way more money. The fact that you guys performed well there, I thought like, shit, okay, they're over this, you know, like even if the weight of expectation is really high, even if the stakes are really high, it's not going to matter. But then suddenly you're like losing the NRG Shock, like you're losing a map 5 to NRG Shock. You're going to map 5 with Nightmare, like, and you know these are teams that are like, you know, they're supposed to be like a total like tier break below, and like definitely a tier lower than teams like fucking Zeta or whatever you were able to like win at map 7 versus at EWC. So I thought it was very surprising that like you know the issues from the start of the year seemed to sort of like come back, you know, and then suddenly like you know you just got to attack on Diva on 200 ping fucking 1v3 in your backline. Like I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, honestly, bro, they just wanted it more. I don't know.
They wanted it more. Like
yeah, I think our first match, like NRG, like we didn't. I will say, like, I'm pretty sure literally the whole tournament, we'd have a single warm up because teams like refused to warm us up, and then we just never made a pug team. But I think it was fine because we're all like pretty confident in winning. But I think the first time I played NRG, like they probably prepared a lot for us. And I guess granted, like we actually prepared in the grand finals. Like Cass had the fucking Google Docs out, and everything. So I think that helped us win. But yeah, I think whoever prepares the most also just bound to win.
When you're doing these like online only matches, instead of being at EWC, do you think there's like a tangible difference to the fact that Kasaurus isn't like walking around with a physical like folder of coaching notes and whatnot, like documents, if you will?
I think
is
there
it a problem that it's online?
No, I think Cass actually gains like 500 aura points for that. Like walking around. I think like online it might be like negative aura. So I'm not sure. I think we might play a little worse.
Did he have the physical notes for Dallas, or was he was he just reading off his phone?
Dallas?
Yeah, because that could have been the difference maker, right? Like,
I don't think so, because he bought a journal for EWC. So like, why would he buy a journal panel for Dallas? Nah, I'm pretty sure it actually is like an aura points like management. I mean, to be honest, is how I think of life right now, an aura points. But
do you remember? I think you must know this. It's either negative aura or it's massive aura. I can't tell what it was. But you remember Sephi? It might have been like season 2 or season 3. He used to do this thing where he would get his phone and he would plug his HyperX headset in, and he would walk around backstage while he was still in Discord with you guys with his just HyperX headset, just like backstage at the toilets or like wherever it is, just chatting to you guys. I thought it was like, actually, now I figure it was negative aura for sure. You know,
must have been before my time, but that sounds like a Brad thing to do. You know, like an old man found like the new technology that's never going to take off, and he's just using it by himself. You know, like
because he must have still had an aux cable in his phone. It was so many fucking years ago, but he plugged the HyperX right in there, and he's just walking around backstage talking to the guys on Discord.
That's class. I don't know. You need something like that at LAN though. You need your edge, and unfortunately, I mean, apparently in Dallas, Cass didn't get the memo. You know, he just had Danny reading off a fucking Google Doc, and that's like
next turn, like Sock'em, I think we'll for sure tell him to bring back the notebook. Definitely.
I mean, if he doesn't bring back the notebook, you motherfuckers are going home 7th to 8th. You know, like that's the narrative here. I mean, look, if you're map 5 versus Nightmare and NRG Shock, like you need a physical difference at LAN, or it's not going to go well for you guys.
Yeah, Virtus Pro can be the best in the West.
I mean, they're on it, dude. They're snapping at the heels of everybody.
Trending up. Yeah. Did it feel like?
Nah, you go.
I was going to say, because in the first one, in the NRG one, you got full held on Shambali, and then you clutched out in map 2. So it felt like, that was the scare, and everything's okay now. Did it feel noticeably different then, like in the next maps, like the comms or how it felt within the team?
Actually, I remember that. I don't know how we got shit on so hard in our attack. I remember there's one fight, like Ham is like walking forward slowly, and then he's calling like 3, 2, 1, then enemy. But I think he dies at like 1 because he's just like slow walking up in front of like 5 people. And I think we just got shit on because it's honestly like pretty hard to capture volley first point. But and then we followed them, and they were like, in my head, I was like, okay, yeah, these kids are pretty shit. And I thought we just win after that, and then we lost. So. But I don't think there's like a noticeable difference like after we won the map. I think like the biggest telling that we would like lose the series though is like just the fact that we got like first point held in Shambali. I don't think we've ever gotten a first point held in Shambali.
I mean, a full hold on Shambali. I want to know who decided to play Sombra Tracer on
Runasapi?
Yeah, Runasapi, because that seemed like the most egregious throw of all time. That seemed like one of those lessons from stage 1 that you should have learned. So I gotta know.
I mean, bro, Lenny begs to play Widowmaker and Sombra,
so because Lenny wanted to play Sombra, you wind up with merit on Tracer. Is that what happens there?
I mean, it worked at scrims, so I mean, we're pretty confident in it. Actually, I honestly didn't work in scrims. We were actually so shit at Lucio Curie. We lost like every Lucio Curie map. It's bad time.
You guys also not play Sigma Bat Break on Blizzard World?
Yeah, we did.
It has to be the most fucking useless shit in the fucking world compared to every other comp.
I actually don't know why we played that. I don't remember the scenario, but
I feel like you guys go just like you just fucking played every single comp on every single map, and then I feel like when you played the grand finals, you refined a little bit to actually just play the comps, which maybe made more sense.
Yeah. Finals, we had the fucking notebook, so it's fine. Yeah. Cat's like predetermined all our comps to play.
How much of it do you think is like NRG and Nightmare? Are they like a tier above where M80 ever were?
No, I think they're the same. I think they're like actually the same level as M80, to be honest. I mean, honestly, like I think M80 and like stage 1 and stage 2, like they were stage 1 they were pretty shit because their roster is honestly just not that good. But stage 2 they had like insane roster, but I think they had like a pretty bad mentality. I don't know, so they just lost. For some reason, I don't think they thought they could beat Toronto, even though they had Happy and Pele. But they did beat us in stage 2 actually. I think like I think it was winners finals. We lost to M80, like the same place we lost to NRG. So, but yeah, I would honestly say they're the same level as M80. Both of them, honestly. I think NRG though, they're only good at Lucio comp, or not NRG, Nightmare. I think Nightmare's like only good at Lucio comp for the most part. Granted, we lost a Nightmare and a Brigana Winston mirror. That was also like my bad, but that was ego death, bro. Losing to Rada to fucking Nightmare. And I think NRG can play like everything for the most part, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought that was maybe like, I mean, Runasafi, like you can point the finger and be like, yeah, they're playing Sombra Tracer, they're playing Marathon Tracer, so there's like a reason that they're losing right now. But to lose something like Dorado just seems like the most unreal thing in the universe, because it's like that's supposed to be your guys' like perfect matchup. You know, it's the one where you have this mega advantage. You know, you've got like you get someone on Winston who like even if Kellen is on low ping, like 100 times out of 100 people would be backing someone on Winston. So like to lose a Dorado matchup, I mean, I don't know. It's just everything that could possibly go wrong for you guys. You know, it's like a merit hit scan nap and what was Seeker playing Widow or something like.
Yeah, we full held them too, but we just couldn't cap it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think there were like 2 fights where me and RuPaul died. I think that was pretty critical. Like 2 fights where we could just won. But
all on
died,
you, so. just fumbled.
I mean, the weight of the world is always on my shoulders, so might have been.
Fair enough. If ever they lose, it has to be Vega's fault, I believe, is the narrative that you know at least the public chooses to run with. I've seen now why you left the office before coming on the podcast here. You know, you can't get caught saying this stuff in the office.
RuPaul probably cut me off mid-sentence.
Remind you about some flail that you missed or whatever if you try to give responsibility to anyone other than yourself.
I think also part of the reason we lost, I'm actually not shitting you. I think it's because we always off-roll Dorado. I'm not kidding. We served Dorado maybe like 4 or 5 times, and we've never played a Lenny on Tracer and Merit on Widow. I don't think Merit's played Widow in like 3 weeks.
He just felt it for the match.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he quite literally has never played Widow, because even like in ranked, he just plays support. So
he's getting to that stage of his career. He's like an off-roll Andy now. There's no more main roles for ranked.
It's the same with Ham. Ham only plays DPS for ranked.
I actually love that though. I think actually, like as a tank, that's like
it's a flex if you're a tank. If you're a tank, it's a flex.
It's the next up indicator, you know, like when you've got your he songs of the world, you know, just fucking perma triple roll, play everything.
Sado used to have a secret account where he was always top 10 on DPS, and it was like, I fucking love that, you know, like.
That was crazy.
Any other role, if support does it, I'm not that fucking interested. I just fucking go play support. But when your tank does it, that's real shit, you know.
Sado was a main tank, right? Yeah, he's playing Winston.
It was but like he's fucking. I mean, he had his boosting empire, so I guess he used to like play everything.
Had to play a lot.
Yeah, you name it, he played it. But he would never play tank and ranked. To be honest, he didn't really play that much ranked. But when he did, it was DPS. But then he was also like super highly rated.
I mean, I feel like ranked right now is actually so bad. No one is in VC. Doesn't matter. Also, I've been off-rolling so much too, playing like DPS. It's just how the world works, to be honest. Especially you play like Lucio and ranked, it's just like so bad. You just like brain dead 5-man stack.
I feel somewhere this tournament cycle, NA is actually, I guess maybe because you guys like dropped the bag in some of the series to make it interesting. I feel like NA is actually all of a sudden more interesting than EU, you know? It's like, I have so much respect for NRG for like streaming all of those games. Even when they were in like grand finals, they're still like, Rack streamed it with comms grand finals, right? I think PG turned comms off, but Rack did with, I have so much fucking respect for that, you know? Because you'd think that like the second you're in grand finals, okay, maybe I won't stream it today and everyone would understand. But I feel like actually like the PG factor, like that team all of a sudden has a lot of personality. I think the fact that Toronto feel like they can bleed, even though my feeling is that in scrims, you would 6-0 both those teams every single time. And I think if you really wanted to,
that did happen.
I think you would 6-0 them.
So-
But I think at least the narrative now is that maybe next with like with a month's practice, NRG can beat you. I almost feel like in a way that NA went from being this like absolute fucking shit region to watch to quite a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, I think EU is better in some sense, but I think NA is like definitely catching up. I mean, like VP, I feel like VP and NRG are like sort of similar, and then I feel like I guess SSG and Nightmare are like the most similar, to be honest. You guys are all just like both teams play like Lucio comp, and then VP and NRG play like double flex a lot. So I guess that makes this ENCE, but I'm not sure about that.
You're at the top here. ENCE want to be you. You need to change that around.
Yeah, I feel like ENCE has actually been really good recently. Like we'll scrim them, we always lose like a map or two.
What a fucking flex.
What a compliment.
Yeah, more of a humble brag. Bro, they're fucking insane right now. They sometimes even take a map off us.
Playing versus Kev on Pharah. Kev is actually insane on Pharah. Also, that team, like, you cannot play Brig into Pharah. I'm just stuck in, like, I don't even know. I can't even play Alari either because it still just goes D.Va. That team is actually so annoying playing against.
Yeah, that one map you must lose must be so tilting.
One map.
I mean, the patch has just fallen out like so unbelievably well for ENCE, you know? Like there's been these like little monkey nerfs and stuff like that. D.Va has just stayed like incredibly strong the entire time, you know, like double flex is not like incredibly powerful. Like they've been able to play like their fucking Lucio Ana stuff and whatever, like all over the place. Everything about the balance changes has just led to ENCE being able to fucking play their perfect comps almost all of the time. It's worked fucking perfectly for them. They haven't got the SSG syndrome issues where it's like, you know, because they don't have Vestola on D.Va or whatever, and they don't have Sky on Ana, they can't do like some of these more greedy things that ENCE is able to get away with. But ENCE just has fucking all of the tank meta stuff perfect for them right now. And then at the same time, they have Kev on Tracer, Pharah, or whatever it may be. So it just works perfectly for them. Actually, unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how D.Va wasn't touched. Just like at least like this patch happened like yesterday. That was actually unreal. Like that hero is just Thanos. It's so boring to play. Like I remember in EWC, I would get so tilted because we would be playing like a Lari, right? And they would just fucking like go D.Va. Like even if it wasn't like a good time to play D.Va, they would just go D.Va, and I'd have to like swap to like Brig or Lucio. And it quite literally just makes some heroes like unplayable. If they go D.Va, you have to go Brig or you have to go Lucio. I think now you can't even play Brig anymore because people just go fucking Pharah. Brig is unplayable. Or not unplayable, like pretty shit into D.Va Pharah.
Before we move on from North America, I do have one more question. Because one matchup I think everyone was excited about in North America, because people were expecting Toronto to blow out, was actually NRG versus Nightmare for its battle for second. But they never played because of Toronto's misadventures. So you've played them the most, Vega. Who's the stronger of the two?
Ooh. Think. Yeah, but it's honestly pretty hard. I don't know. I mean, I feel like for going Lucio maps, like I think Nightmare would probably win. Honestly, it depends on the day though. I think both teams like they're so like inconsistent in matches. You know, like obviously we played NRG and they beat us, and then I feel like Grand Finals like a complete wash. Like I remember like I don't know. We just kind of shot them, but at the same time, like we shot Nightmare at the beginning of the tournament, and then we played them in. I don't even know what it's called, but like when we went 3-2, that was pretty close. I think I'd take NRG 3-2 though. I think mainly because they're more flexible. Like they can put a attack in on Shimbali or something.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair enough. I thought that like the biggest issue with NRG's roster was going to be like, you know, they've got like a nice guy. They've got a nice guy for some of their matchups, but then like they actually have like probably significantly, even though Nightmare has like a 100-man roster, NRG probably has like just more flexibility across the board. You know, like they have like probably a stronger 2-flex lineup. They have more like 2 tanks that can play like all the stuff to a reasonably high level. So the versatility probably wins. Like
I mean, I think. Yeah.
Oh no, I was just more surprised to see that Nightmare was able to bring you to map 5 like on the second day. You know, like they clearly watched the NRG Shock series and they were like, okay, we can do this and this and we can go for that. But at the end of the day, like you clapped Nightmare so fucking hard the first time around. I was really surprised to see they were able to make things like really competitive the second time.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, that Nightmare match like felt so close. I think the main thing with NRG, I don't know if it like fucks them over, but Dude, I know like they're a flexible team, right? Like they have a full fucking roster, but I'm not kidding you, every map that we play them, they would swap Kellen, PG, and Cal. So every map they'd swap 3 players. That's just crazy. They have like a 2-player core of UB and Trigger, but everyone else just like replaceable. It's so weird.
Yeah, now
They
both
had
these teams
success
have
with it all as well.
I mean, they just have such big rosters.
I mean, I honestly, I don't know how it works. I feel like especially swapping like tank just like messes with everything. It's just too many pieces being swapped.
Yeah, it certainly helps if you have someone that just plays fucking musical heroes and can do both at the same time. But I think most teams don't have that luxury, you know. Like, even if Kellen, you know, I think that Kellen's like one of the more flexible tanks going around. You know, for all the shitting I do on Kellen, he's a pretty flexible tank player. You know, like he's been doing the solo tank stuff for quite some time. But like, there's absolutely no way that they win that Blizzard World with fucking Kellen swapping over to D.Va. You know, like Kellen is not 1v3 clutching out and killing your whole backline. On D.Va. But you know, the fact that they have the ability to do that to the map is just insane value. And then, you know, maybe, you know, someone probably has an all right D.Va, but I suspect that even though someone is the Joe, like he plays everything, he probably doesn't have like a top level D.Va. You know, like he's probably got gaps where, you know, maybe someone can find the edge on some of these off tank heroes.
Yeah, no,
someone else can have the edge.
Honestly, one of his worst heroes is definitely D.Va. So
yeah, I thought it was really weird as well. Like when NRG signed and used both their import spots on 2 tanks, I thought it was like a throw instead of getting in like a crazy DPS player or something. But I guess at least for now, it seems to be working out.
Yeah, no, I actually agree. I don't know why they had 2 tanks, but yeah, it did work out. I mean, honestly, like Scissor is pretty good DPS, and PG, like when he plays his Widow maps, he plays really good. So
yeah, I mean, I thought that PG was going to be like a real weak point on the roster, to be honest, because like you know, I don't think he was like a generational surgeon or anything like that. But maybe with the way that the hit scan meta has kind of moved to hit scan just not being that meta, he does have like a really strong Widow from the looks of it. You know, like he was fucking trashing all over everyone on you know, like when he was playing versus the lower teams in NA. You know, like he trashed on Vision. He just had like really strong performances in some of the earlier games. I think that like when he played the Blizzard World, I feel like he said that he was like 4 and 6 or something until the final fight. So maybe he actually didn't do much on Blizzard World. I can't verify this. I'd have to check it back.
He had the big clutch. He had the big clutch in final fight. It was like
I'm pretty sure
moment.
he literally did nothing and then clutched in the very final fight by swapping Widow and flanking. But you know, that's not an indicator of incredible performance and consistency. You know, that's just winning an overtime fight to a flank and having the aim.
That's Widowmaker, bro. That hero is just so fake.
Yeah, no, you just had to catch him when he was walking out of spawn, and nobody did. So it can happen.
Now, another thing, I hate playing against Steve because she DMs like all your bullets, but Widowmaker's actually the same thing. You just can't play the game. You can't peek. It's so boring.
Actually, wait, no. Were you might have been the brig that went to the dominant school of putting your shield down, now that I think about it. I think maybe it might have been your Dorado attack or something. I can't remember.
It was. I got a fucking Widow.
Yeah,
dude, my shield was up on my screen, bro. It was
what did he say? What did he say? It's ping. It's ping. That's what Dongan says as well.
Brig shield is broken, bro. I actually in that match, I think I have my POV recorded where I blocked Tree's pulse bomb when we got reverse swept by NRG. Like it was like in the middle of my shield, like on that side, you know, not like the side facing me, and I still died to it. That was crazy. I hate Brig shield so much. It's so shit.
There's a higher power pushing you to die, you know? Like it's just it's not gonna work out.
I'll admit it though. Maybe I did drop my shield and died of Widowmaker on Dorado. That pulse one though is complete bullshit though.
Yeah. You got caught by the Widowmaker a couple of times on that Dorado. It was like it can happen, I suppose, but you know, it's ideally it doesn't happen to the character that has a personal shield that they can put up to block the Widowmaker bullets.
That's a hard time, bro. It's a hard life.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not. It ain't easy being the brig, especially when the weight of the world is on your shoulders every single map. You know, it's definitely a challenge.
I think after that happened, I was like, dude, I'm honestly I'm just not gonna play brig. Like, we just win if I play Alari. So I think grand finals and even like our nightmare match, I just said fuck it, I'm just playing Alari, and we actually shit on everyone.
Yeah, I think one thing for NA as well is that like I don't know if this is just because now I have like the personal investment, you know, like I've got like the personal investment in some of the Maryville players and some of the matchups there, you know, like I want to follow the Timeless games because it has the Maryville guys on it, and like I love seeing TSM lose because of like a year of that crap. But like, does NA have like a more interesting like kind of lower bracket? You know, like when you slip out of the top 3 and you're looking at like these 4, 5, 6 teams. Is it actually more interesting, or am I just incredibly biased? Because like
I swear it is.
Actually, for TSM, I think it's always been. I think even in stage 1, NA is like those. Like there was always like a Maryville or whatever the fucking Redbirds. I guess they played as Redbirds, whatever the fuck it was. There was actually so many like dogfights where like I remember when we went into Dallas, there was like 5 teams that actually feasibly could have qualified that we were talking about, you know. The problem with NA has always been that everyone knows who's going to get first place, which obviously kind of ruins the mood a bit. Whereas I guess in EU, 3 teams have won 3 different tournaments, right? So like we have more exciting top end matches, but I think that like the cum zone, like the 4 till 8, I think NA is 100% more interesting.
No, I think it's like TSM, Nightmare,
Timeless,
Fluffy, Dreamland, and Timeless. All like I think all these teams can like lose to each other. The weird thing is I swear like TSM should actually be good, but they're just losing to like Fluffy, Dreamland.
Can we talk about TSM?
All these other teams, I don't know.
Like okay, their fall off is generational. Right?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, honestly though, like if I actually take a second, the real thing is the Uncoachable beef is actually like unbelievably fucking strong. EXO, like actually fucking dead. Can't qualify for shit. Peps came at us. What the fuck is Peps fucking disbanding? TSM started it, like big up the T and stuff. But like, I mean, they're actually fucking like gigawash. Obviously, we're gonna get onto my section in a little bit where you guys like.
Dude, I have no idea, bro. The worst part is like I'm the #1 TSM fan. I'm like not shitting you. I watch all their matches, bro. I'm always hoping they win, and they just been losing, bro. It does not feel good. They're losing to Citrus, so like this is actually impossible, bro. Come on.
I'm pretty sure that like at the start, it must have like beginning of the year when TSM actually looked really strong, because TSM looked like the clear-cut 3rd place team at the beginning of the year. You know, like no doubt at all. Like TSM was the team to beat for that 3rd place slot. You know, if you wanted to go to if you wanted to go to Dallas or something like that, at least for OWCS 1, it really did look like TSM had that one on lock. And like, you know, I remember Maryville, you know, we were kind of like in the 4th place slot, and it was like, you know, we would scrim TSM and it'd be like a 2-4 block every time, you know? It was like, oh shit, we'd have to have a really good match day performance to beat these guys, because right now it just seems so fucking difficult. And then they like, you know, they kind of upset M80. Admittedly, M80 had like Hydra on, and I think they had Pelican on Mega Ping at the time. But I'm not sure if it was just like crazy meta for them or something. Like everything just kind of fell into place. Because even after that, you know, like I don't think the TSM had any roster changes, but they just lost like 100% of their aura. You know, like there was just no threat of them being like that definite 3rd place team anymore. You'd scrim them and it'd be like, oh shit, they're well and truly in the cum zone now. They're not hard 3. They're like 3 to 6, and you can't pin it anymore.
Yeah, so I think. So they didn't qualify for stage 2, right? And
they got grouped with Citrus.
Yeah, and they had opener for them too. Okay, so I think what happened after stage 1, like they did good, they're all happy, but I think internally, bro, they had like some issues with I think with Riker. They had an issue with him. And honestly, Riker's actually a good player, right? When he gets to match day, he's actually pretty good compared to like all the other tanks. I think that actually like screwed at them, because I don't think Riker played in stage 2 because of that. Because I don't know, they just had like internal issue with him, and I mean they just lost. And after that, after they lost stage 2, they lost opener. I think that was a fucking nail in the coffin. I think opener is like, I mean, he's a damn goat. So, but I think he actually kept them together.
You should have seen Opener's match yesterday, dude. Holy fuck. It's like, it's crazy that, you know, Opener playing in A, he's the glue. You know, he's keeping TSM afloat. He's the man to stop Meatball from joining your roster and fucking running it down. But then you throw Opener into a Pacific tournament, and oh my god, dude, fucking
he was not the glue today.
Map 6 today, like the match was like 8 hours ago. It was the Pacific Grand Finals, and Opener's playing on versus Bleed. Opener's playing for 99 Divine, and it's map 6 Samoa, and Opener for the final 2 Koth points. He doesn't build a beat either time. Like, you watch it back, and he's in their spawn every single fight. Like, he's just fucking going all the way in, dead first every single fight. staggering in their spawn, like hiding in their spawn for some reason, fucking staggering. And he did not build a beat for 2 Koth rounds. So lose the final Koth 1-2 and open a beated once the whole fucking map. Actually, I think he beated twice on the first Koth, actually, so that's not entirely true. But like, how do you go 2 Koth maps without building a beat? How does that even happen? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I honestly like don't know what his issue is. I remember was it the first Overwatch 2 Al season? I remember all the NA players like make fun of Opener because he had like the worst stats apparently. I remember like I wasn't really friends with the AT people at the time, but people would like talk about it and how I think they would talk about his like Circuit Royale performance, how he'd have like 1k damage in 10 minutes on Circuit Royale or something.
I mean, he's a true main support player, you know, like an Overwatch 1 main support player, like one of those guys that really snuck in through you know, the low mechanical requirements of the role, I'd say.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't know if y'all know, but like I think like 2 years ago, and it's like 4 years. Yeah, 4 years ago for like 2 years, NA was like obsessed with stats. Like it was the weirdest obsession ever. Like I feel like all the AT players look at stats. I mean, I look at stats. Everyone's like a huge like stats person. I don't know if that was like similar in EU. If that's just like just an NA thing, but everyone's like addicted with stats. So I think like after Al matches, everyone like look at stats and just like make fun of people. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think it was good to have the stats lab, you know, because then you could see like, oh, look at this guy, he's a low damage player, and you could look at everyone's like damage per 10 and stuff like that, and be like, oh yeah, this guy's fucking hopeless.
No, I actually think that's why NA was so shit though. Like, you remember like Atlanta and Queen meta, they like Hawk on Queen, like I think that entire team, like they just played for stats, so they were so shit. Like I remember, I was just trying to get max damage. Yeah, like OG would just be shooting as Lucio, searching as Rel, just gets headshot. I think honestly, I think it's the same with Funny Astra. I think Funny Astra is the damage Lucio.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. He like, you know, he would use the stats. Yeah, he would use the stats as like a defense of his play and stuff too. You know, where it's like, you know, always getting like the really high damage all the time. So it's like it must be fine. But it's like, you know, what's actually more important? The like 3 little random fucking body shot, headshot pellets across the map that didn't do anything, or the fact that you got picked by a rail. Like this is just not possible to fucking make that value judgment and actually rule in favor of the stats guy, because it's like, you can't do damage per 10 if you're dead. So it's like even if you get really high damage in the neutral, like you trade it all away by fucking dying. So
we did this thing on London where we had like a data analysis came in to do some like testing, and what he did was he put like an eye tracker on our screens while we scrimmed and like recorded all of the data from our POVs. And I was going through them like recently because I was helping like him out with some stuff. And I remember watching Sparker's POV, and it's unbelievable. Like, because what you would do is we would wear these things. We would track your like heart rate. We would track your like eyes. We would track your fixation. And it was unbelievable. If he died and he had less damage, like the second he pressed tab, because you can track his eyes, it went straight to the enemy hit scan's damage and his damage, and it had an actual effect on his heart rate. And so from the actual, it was fucking crazy. And like, because I always thought Sparker was like one of like the chillest guys, but when I watched through everybody's like, I've seen everyone's Sparker more than anyone was like addicted to like the stats numbers, like, and it actually had like a subconscious effect on his mood from it. Like he wouldn't try. Like, if you watch Hattie's POV, Hattie would press tab after every fight, and his eyes would go oh, and then he would like check their ult. So maybe he did the damage. Spark, he didn't check a single ult. It was just his damage, their damage. It's the only thing he checked between each fight, like checking if he'd like caught up on it. And I had no idea. Anytime coaching was only out. It was like a few months ago. It was only after watching that I was like, oh fuck it, this is actually like. Yeah, sometimes
that's actually fucking unreal. That's awesome.
I swear that's everyone there. I mean, I do that so much. I like, especially when I'm like in a Lari mirror, I always look at the damage. Even Lucio mirror, I always like. Even Brig mirror, bro, I'll be looking at the fucking damage. You know, like most useless damage hero in the game. I think everyone does that
gap all the time.
Always, yeah.
Unreal.
Even like before I ult track, I'd just be like looking at their damage, saying who did more of that fight. You know, what's the reason we lost this fight? If I did 100 more damage than their support, it's definitely not me.
It's an insane way to be passive aggressive to your team too. I'm sure every team does it where it's like, oh, you'd lose the first fight, or D.Va has bomb. And it's like, no, she really fucking doesn't. Bro, she has fucking 700 damage. She has bomb. And it's just like a way to like passively aggressively say the fact that their D.Va's fucking like carrying. Like you just like ultra, oh, you probably got another fucking beat, you know? Like every fight was got beat. Oh, fucking hell. And then your Lucio is looking at the damage stats. He's probably getting gapped. He's cheers, mate. I really appreciate you calling this ult track out. I'm sure there's no hidden agenda here, you know?
That definitely does happen.
Yeah.
Is this a start of a campaign to remove the scoreboard to protect everyone's mental?
Maybe Blizzard had it right from day one,
right.
you know? They actually were right about stats and toxicity now that I think about it.
It's crazy. They removed the rank icon in the corner as if that's going to lead to the most toxicity, and they gave us a scoreboard where you can actually see who's getting fucking turbo gapped
Real
mid-game.
time.
Like, there's no way that the rank icon in the bottom left-hand corner and on the tab screen is going to be more significant than seeing that your fucking 007 main DPS getting fucking 4x on damage in a ranked lobby. Like, there's just no universe where the rank icon is the most important feature.
I want the scoreboard to stay, but I will say I've like genuinely become a more evil person when they got implemented. Like, I'll be looking at ranked, look at my DPS, there's 1 and 8, 2 and 11. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, now I know our losing.
It's good for the mental though, because you just immediately assign all blame like to that person.
Yeah,
you know?
you can just start like attacking them in team chat. Like, it just doesn't matter. Like, no matter what you say, just be like, oh, but you're 2 and 11. You know,
I'll do it in scrims, like in my head. Obviously, I don't sit to the players, but it's like, let's say Astro dies twice first, like the first 2 fights. Probably not that inconceivable a concept. And then for the rest of the map, I've made up my mind that Astro is fucking in my scrim for no reason. And I'm like, oh, fucking Astro dead again in my head. And I'll check the stats at the end, and all of a sudden Astro has the least deaths in the game. It just happens to, but actually I'd attributed all 10 minutes of that loss to fucking Astro, just fucking always first picked, you stupid bastard.
I think for those stats, like when Xavier used to do like the manual stat collection, I don't know, like he probably did it for your team as well, but like he used to do it for Hurricane back when Jesus was a boy, where it was like he would collect the fight data, but like he would collect first deaths for the fights, and like those stats are like 1,000,000 trillion times more valuable than what you actually see on the scoreboard. You know, like you lose all context when you see just like a averaged out stat for like how many deaths or how many elims someone got. But what Xavier would do is like, you know, he get like who's getting like the first kill of the fight and who's getting the first death of the fight. And then you could really see like who is the feeder that's like losing us the game. You know what I mean? And it was always Danner. It was like always fucking Danner.
It'd be like 27% sometimes, which just seems improbable.
Yeah, there's just like unbelievable first death rate. It's like if someone is getting first picked in a fight, it's just always this motherfucker. And I think those stats would be like so much more useful than like the overall death stats. And I think you'd see for players like, you know, someone like Funny Astro, you know, he probably like on main support, especially you probably could have done it for like the Junker Queen meta, stuff like that, where it's like, even if he has like the same deaths as everyone else on the team, and even if he has really high damage, so like at face value, things might look okay if you're just looking at the stats lab, where you don't get all the context, you know? If you look at something like first death stats, it's like, you see the teams that are winning in the Junker Queen meta, and it's like their Lucios are like, they're just not getting first picked, you know? Like, you've got Dallas Fuel in that meta, and it's like, it's Chio just fucking playing a little bit more passively in the neutral, never getting first picked. And then that's 10x the value of having 5% more damage. Like, literally 10x the value, because you will lose the fight the second you get picked. But you can't actually see the fact that they got picked in the overall stats. Everyone has the same number of deaths or a similar number of deaths.
Yeah, I think for some reason, even though main sports have like the biggest shield, they're on the like the fastest heroes. I think main sports always get like first pick the most. I don't know how. I honestly think it's the easiest role to die on somehow.
It's even just the role that attracts the bots, dude. That's all. Like,
yeah, that is true. To be honest, I get first pick so much too. Skill. It just happens to main sports, bro.
Yeah.
Did you ever? It
happens. Yeah.
Sorry. In GOATs, right? So back in the fucking real good old days GOATs, there was like this theory that we had, and it was like Diva Bomb theory. And this would have been an amazing stat to track. And every single team, you guys will have had it too when you played GOATs. Every single team had a player that always died to the fucking Diva Bombs for no explicable reason. Like, doesn't need to, but just fucking client time. It's always the same player. For us, Neptuno was always dying to Diva Bombs for no good reason. But it wasn't always main support. But one thing that was super consistent, we noticed this, across each team, the person on every team who was the designated always dies to fucking Diva Bombs was always the worst mechanical player. It was actually, unironically, the single best way to tell whose team's weak link was. Obviously, main tank, if you were playing Reinhardt, you almost never died to that Diva Bomb. So main tanks maybe were able to like skip over this. But all the time, it was maybe even like after GOATs when like people were playing like Winston Diva, but it was always consistent. Every team had one person that somehow would just always die to the Diva Bomb. And that was always the person that even before it, you thought was the weak link. So maybe that would have been the stat to like Diva Bomb deaths per 10 is like, you find that person, just cut them from the team. That's how you had to do it.
It's a good move. Like it's the awareness check ult, you know. Like anyone that consistently dies to that one, it's an indictment on their awareness. So
Yeah,
the
I mean, it's hard
highest.
to see.
That's how you should actually, like, if you need to like replace a player at the end of the year, legit, just fucking
A
find
Diva
their
Bomb
Diva Bomb
check.
stats per 10. Yeah, Diva Bomb deaths per 10. And then find
Unironically, every team, like you've never seen fucking proper dying to Diva Bombs. It just would never fucking happen, you know. But then, like, yeah,
too much player quality to fail, you know. Never will you get caught out by something like that.
You guys are old heads. How like far ago is this in GOATs? That was like
I mean,
4
this
years
is like-
ago now? Or am I tripping? I think it was
It's more than
like 5
4
years
years.
ago. Too.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, it's like
Five?
five full years.
yeah, maybe more.
6? Fuck.
It's 2019, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Yeah.
I remember, yeah, when I first hit GM, that was like a Orisa Hog meta. It was like Orisa Hog, Mercy Bap, I think, or Zen Bap. Some crazy thing. Hook
Jeez,
pull.
Bap was in the game when you first hit GM. Good God.
it's fucking horrendous hearing players who started playing after I retired. Like that's just so fucked up. Like actual pros. It's like I just assumed everyone started at the start of Overwatch because there's no way you could be a pro if you weren't. And then like, oh, I was playing on console back then. And I was like, oh fucking hell, like I'm really too far gone at this stage, you know?
Dude, I remember seeing like some clip on TikTok, you know, like my friends send this shit to me on TikTok where it's like an Overwatch 1 lobby from like the oldest UI ever, you know, like so fucking ancient, and trees in the lobby on Junkrat. Like trees, like he's literally spent like more than half he spent more than half of his life. Yeah, no, genuinely, he must have been like 9 years old. He spent more than half of his actual life playing Overwatch. Like, from conception, he spent more than half of his life on Overwatch. Like, it's so fucked.
Yeah, but I used to play on console too. I was a diamond
Everyone
player.
started on console. It's actually
Really?
fucking crazy.
Everyone's
It's-
console player.
Yeah.
That's because
Now consoles like
kids have
the-
consoles.
Yeah, I mean now console's like by far the most dead. I don't know, maybe
No.
even Switch is more popular.
I heard that I read this the other day recently. I mean, like 6 months ago was recently. I read that Overwatch player base on PC and console is 50-50. As many people playing console as on PC.
What?
That's
Oh,
what, I
wow.
mean, it could be totally fake news, but I mean, that's what we do here. But I read that.
Yeah,
There's
without
a-
making
there's
shit up,
like,
so that could be true.
There's like 1,000 PC players and 1,000 console players. That's great.
Yeah, but if drops are enabled, then there's 2,000. Actually, then it's like 7,000 on each.
Did you guys see this happens every season, but like, the top 500 leaderboard this season is crazy. I think it went down. It was like Diamond 5. Diamond
Yeah.
5 or yeah.
Good grief.
I mean, it was just enlightening to see, to be honest.
Yeah.
It honestly made me realize, like, thank God I'm competing in this game. Everyone's watching, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually unbelievable, like season to season. I mean, it's been happening for the longest time. You've been getting this shit, like, basically ever since they introduced fucking roll queue, where it's like top 500 starts at the beginning of a season, and you see like the lowest ranks on the top 500 leaderboard are some like actual medal rank, you know. And it used to be like, holy shit, there's a GM person, or that, you know, there's like there's a 4,200 player in top 500 right now, and then the goalpost shifted, and it's like, holy fuck, there's a Masters player in top 500, and then like, you know, eventually like you would find diamond tank players on rank 500 on day one of the leaderboard, and it's like, holy shit, our game really it is in decline, you know. Like there's just this downward trend.
Quite sad.
But, I mean, you know, it can happen. You know, every year a new game comes out that takes a little bit of the player percentage, and you know, people that have been playing this game forever, like they slowly drift away. So if the game can't attract enough new people, I mean, apparently the game is like really alive in terms of like, you know, they added Steam integration and stuff, and like that got some new players going and stuff like that. But at the end of the day,
I'm
I
actually
think
fairly sure
trending.
Overwatch's actual like live player is really still fucking healthy. I think I'm fairly sure like you guys are too doomer on this actually.
I think it's a comparison thing. Like Overwatch, it has like a reasonable amount of people still playing the game, but you know, there's many big games, you know, bigger games, and then you know, like I don't think that like people are like, oh, Deadlock is, you know, you've got people like ZP, you know, these dudes that are like, they've been out of Overwatch for fucking 7 years. Oh yeah, of course, Sauna. No, Sauna's a defender.
Oh my god!
Did he write that, or do you think
we should
someone
say,
else
I
wrote
think
that?
that's the only nomination I have for Cloud Weeks. I think we should save it. I think it's so fucking funny.
But just overall, like, you know, people will say like, oh, Overwatch is going to die because of this. It's like, I don't think it's actually going to make that much of a difference. You know, I don't think anyone that like wasn't already like soon to quit the game is going to swap over to a new game in that way. But it's just like a slow death over time, right? It's a slow death where like, you know, you attract less new players because there's a shiny new thing that people can pick up instead. You lose some of your like, you're washed up like checked out veterans because they get sick of the game or whatever. But like, it's just another step in a process that's been happening for like so many years already. I mean, like, you know, Valorant killed Overwatch more than anything else, right? Like, if you wanted like your pastel colored e-data game, then, you know, Overwatch was the one and only for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then Valorant spawned in, and suddenly you've got Sage Mummy on Twitter fucking Kappa e-dating to like hundreds of thousands of people on Twitter. So it's like, it's been a slow death over time. I think that Deadlock is like, you know, just one in a line of like 10 other games that have come out and like slowly taken players away just because there's more options for what people can do.
Actually, it's crazy. Overwatch is the e-dater game. I remember like I was like 10 years old on console, and I'd always join like the 18 plus dating. Craziest shit was in there.
You fucking spit some game in the 18 plus like chill lobbies.
Oh, it was crazy.
I wonder how many people in the 18 plus are 18 plus.
It's just a bunch of 10-year-olds talking to each other.
No, me and like my PS4 party of like 6 12-year-olds, bro, we would just like raid those custom games. It was the greatest time ever. Actual games, bro. Just 12-year-olds.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I think like at the end of this, I mean, I just want to have a job. Even this game is dead. So there's only one job in America, so I hope I can I keep it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I feel like NA, it's a pretty uncompetitive market for main support. So I think you're pretty set unless, you know, the nice guy steps up to the fucking plate. You know, Rack Attack decides that Rack Attack could step up to the plate. Maybe Meatball ascends, like, you know, goes to like a totally different tier. Juby comes back for round 7. Like, who knows? Like, but main support doesn't look very competitive. So I think you might be set for quite a while now, you know. You can be the new era Funny Astro, where it's like, you know, you've got that massive lead at the start, and then suddenly you're 24, and it's all over.
I got another 2 years before I'm retiring. Got to 20.
Yeah, I mean, you've got until the fucking tournament circuit dies from the looks of it, so you're chilling.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that probably is true. I actually do have until this game just is completely gone. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm kind of curious as to like what will come next year. You know what I mean? Like whether OWCS will be just like the same thing that runs through the next year, basically the same format, you know, like two lands, some like low pricing, or I wonder if like there'll be like more prize cuts and stuff like that. Because I struggle to believe that, you know, looking at next year, that there'll be any increases. You know, there's been like no optimism around esports for the longest time, no optimism around Overwatch esports for even longer. So I struggle to believe that in any given year things will ever get better. You know, things will only ever like kind of get.
We're actually. I think we're so kicked, but maybe not. Maybe there's a chance. I mean, honestly, bro, as long as like we can keep traveling to tournaments, I'm fine. Like, I think it's so sick. We need like a Shanghai land. I think that'd be actually unreal sick. Shanghai. I don't know where else.
What a city! What a city! What a country! What a city!
Maybe we can go back to Korea, the good old days. When I was there for our like Korea boot camp, it's so good.
It's never gonna happen, though, right? Because all of the lands are tied to ESL events. So unless there's like an ESL Shanghai, which I'm presuming there probably isn't, then
yeah. I mean, Korea was insane. Everything is so cheap too. But I mean, can't live there. I don't even speak the language.
Tell that to Soma Jed, bro. He's like he's living large over there, just like completely. He doesn't speak any Korean at all. He's been there for like 6 months. He doesn't speak any Korean. He's just happy to be there.
He's not picked up any. Sure, he's picked up a bit.
Yeah, he definitely has. Yeah.
I mean, I asked him if he can speak Korean. He's not been trying to learn the language while he's there.
Yeah, that'll hold you back.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he's been playing like I thought he's been playing so much Majed. I don't know if it's like if Falcons like forced him to play or like what, or Chio's just not playing Juno. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we can cover it in the little career segment, but I mean that team just seems like a fucking mess internally, like a total mess. Even like going and picking up Happy is just the biggest fucking question mark in the world. It's like you got proper Stalker and you want to get Happy in the lineup, like that just tells me that things are already fucking going so south. You know, the fact that you feel the need to throw Happy in the lineup when you have proper Stalker is like it barely makes any sense at all. Like the only way that it could make sense is because you want to play proper on flex CPS. And it's like, is that really necessary when you have Stalker? Like there's just no way that DPS is a problem on that team in any case ever.
Yeah, sure. I don't think Happy is a bad pickup though. I think Happy is pretty good, especially hit scan. But if he's gonna play Ashe and proper push tracer or soccer push tracer, I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's just
I think you're just hating.
We can move on to Korea, because Korea also had not a full tournament. They're still in the middle of their stage. So they had the qualifying tournament, like for the top 4 seeding matches and the last chance qualifiers, which is basically just another excuse for all the Korean teams to play against each other a bunch more. And one of the teams that seems to have maintained some kind of fall off is Falcons. Ended up losing to Poker Face, which was maybe the big one. Didn't take a single map of Crazy Raccoon. And Happy, I think maybe you didn't expect him to move the needle, but it seems like the team's actually in decline right now. They're moving stuff about. So they started with Proper just being the main man again, would play every map, and then Happy would be there for hit scan, Stalker would be there for double flex. They've changed that slightly in these last few maps, where now it's actually Stalker and Happy in for some maps as well. So they seem to be changing this DPS line around loads. Magic's playing a bunch more, especially on Juno. It feels like the team's changing a bunch of things, but none of it's really working.
Yeah, I mean, I think to that end, like with Stalker getting play, I think it's to do with Echo. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they do it on maps where they want to play Echo a lot. Like they want to play hit scan Echo because
they did it on Parisi.
Yeah. Probably Proper's weakest flex DPS hero is Echo, and Stalker is like insanely good at Echo. So like they take Proper out on his weakest hero. They play Happy on the hit scan again because I suppose they back Happy on Ashe.
I think they did it on Saravasa as well, though. That was what they originally did. It was only on Parisi. Was it this one? This is literally the wrong game. Hold on.
Keep your secrets.
I did lock in.
Yeah, no, I forgot there was a screen share. There's been filler content this whole time.
There was one that was the pre-save. They always do it, I think, because Stalker just plays the Echo, and I think he's better at it. But I swear I've seen other ones where it's just been like, yeah, in this one, but Junkertown, where it's just Stalker in for Tracer and Happy in for Widow, and it feels like there's never any sign of Echo here. But this was like their latest game. So this,
I don't know how to rationalize this one at all.
Yeah, this one just feels like another change again, which just leads to like I don't know what's going on. Maybe they don't know what's going on.
I mean, I honestly have no idea. I mean, to be honest, I feel like you can't get wrong with the DPS. They have Happy, Stalker, Proper. I feel like no matter like who's in, they'll do good DPS. I kind of agree. Like DPS is probably not the problem on that team.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like I think support and tank both have like massive issues on that team because Chio doesn't have that like crazy double flexibility, you know, like he's not got like a strong Ilari. Apparently he doesn't have a strong Juno either from the fact that they're playing the Jet on it instead. So it's like they've got these like issues with Chio's flexibility, which, you know, before when it was like when main support was literally just Lucio and Brig, like Chio was completely covered, you know, because those were like his two heroes. But as soon as he needs to pick more than that, he has a problem. And then like I feel as if at this point I shouldn't even need to explain why having Majet in the lineup is a problem. You know, it's a fucking completely full Korean team, and you have one guy that just isn't Korean there, just happy to be there. Like the team has to communicate in like English to a lower level, or they have to communicate in Korean, and Majet can't get a fucking clue what's going on. So like Majet is just, even if he has like all the individual skill to be in a lineup like this, like it makes total sense for him to be in 2 flex lineups all the time. It just doesn't make sense on this team, you know, like it causes problems even if he's not performing individually like shit, because it takes down so much stuff from the rest of the team. It just causes massive problems. And then, I mean, their tanks are like fucking 40 years old, so there's nowhere to go but down for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm crazy, but I swear, like, I don't think he would like know the fight plan at all. Like, he's probably just playing the game. Like, he's just like, oh, I'm gonna play here and I'm gonna shoot my gun. But I feel like there's probably no thought playing because I mean, he can't even like hear or understand anything while playing.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to go off the basic information, which is perhaps not enough to be on the best team in the world.
Yeah, I guess like somewhere the roster assumption, the roster building was made under the assumption it was almost greedy. It was like, yeah, we'll just sign all the really best players and we'll just win, and then we can also like get Magic in for marketing reasons or whatever. And then I guess what happens at some point is that there was a rival team that was able to match or if not beat their talent, and now all of a sudden that like greedy roster decision to not sign the third flex support or whatever, maybe looks like it's punished them a little bit. But my feeling somewhere with Falcons is it's as much like mentality more than anything though. It feels like it's a team that like their expectations internally is like only to win, and I think somewhere if you just consistently just can't, because obviously like when they were like stage 1, there was always back and forth with them. Like they beat them in one series, right? And then
they won stage 1. No, not stage 1. They won like the first part of stage 1 or something.
Yeah, they won something, and you thought okay, and then just since Crazy Raccoons won for the first time, it's felt like the gap just gets bigger and bigger, and I think that it becomes harder to accept.
Oh yeah, they literally won stage one against them. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I guess maybe I was like naive in Overwatch League because I always felt like originally when I came in, I thought mentality was really important, and then like as I was more in Overwatch League, I was more like actually it's more just like the theory and how good you are. That like that's actually like it's like this mentality is just like something that Kappa coaches like talk about. I think somewhere like in this more regional format, I think that like the underdog buff or like the weight of expectation or just like the fact that you actually genuinely have really strong rivalries because you know the enemy team so well and you really don't want to lose to them. I feel like the mental aspect like affects is more significant in OWCS than it maybe even was in Overwatch League, you know?
Yeah, I agree, man. They had to be like a super team, and yeah, OWCS is so like, I mean, so many teams like aren't funded. Like I feel like I know I'm pretty sure Poker Face has like housing, but like when you're on Falcons, like you get like a full salary, you get like housing, all the like the salary treatment. I mean, they have like so many expectations. I think also though, like I mean, I know like we probably already said this, but I feel like Falcons, the only way they can win is if they play Chio, you know, like make like they make a main sport work. But
well, you know, Chio picks Juno, like that could be the move for him now. I feel like
It is.
surely we'll see that in like the coming weeks. Is like Chio coming back on Juno and then playing two flex with well, I don't even know if you call it two flex, to be honest. I feel like Juno, you know, she gets played in the main support slot heaps, but I feel like with
I'm
Juno
not sure.
I'm team reinforced too. Cheers.
yep, big up on that.
I mean, if you can't play Juno, though, I feel like they can make like Lucio and Break work. You know, I feel like there's no need to force it. I'm crazy for that, unless she's like brain dead OP. You know, but
she looks pretty strong. She's getting played fucking heaps. So I think it's definitely really important to be able to pick it like going forward. But you know, it's Korea, so there's many opportunities to pick Brig too. What were you saying about like mentality and stuff, Chris? I mean, I think it's like, you know, it's right and it's not right. You know, like mentality is just the 5%. It's like it's never the thing that's going to win you a game versus a you're never going to win by having a team with a good mentality versus a team that isn't really skilled, you know? But Korea is like the really high skilled region in like multiple top teams, you know? So when you're coming down to the clutch, when you're coming down to these like super close matches versus teams like Zeta and Crazy Raccoon and stuff like that, I mean, it's like maybe that's where your mentality makes that 5% difference, you know? Like the fact
I think
that they
more
can't...
than 5%. More than 5%.
Yeah, I agree too.
Maybe it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the number would be, but I actually think, I felt it more in the OWCS era, more and more that like the mentality side of things, like when we're like really locked in versus when we're a bit all over the place, it's like it's way more than 5% difference in terms of our actual skill level.
I think
when
like,
you're mental boomed your ass, that's fair enough.
When we're like in EWC in Korea, like we're actually doing really bad scrims. Like I remember actually it was the day before tournaments, we beat Falcons and like we scrimmed Falcons a lot. We always scrim Falcons for some reason, but we like beat them for the first time in a scrim since we were like in Korea for like a week and a half and then in Riyadh. And we were actually just celebrating beating them in a joking way. We thought we were like, I don't know, we were just playing like so bad. And then, I mean, obviously, like in match day, I think we would have beaten Falcons if we played them too. Like, I mean, we played pretty good in match day. And I honestly think like if Zeta didn't play as bad as they did and we didn't play as good as we did because of mentality, I think we would have just lost. I mean, we were losing to Zeta in scrims. So I actually do think it's way more than 5%, to be honest.
You go.
I was going to say, I feel like specific. I think you said this before as well, Chris, but there's maybe something very specific. Like, it feels like when Falcons play Crazy Raccoon, I feel like there's so many stakes for Falcons to try and like reclaim their pride or reclaim the position they feel they should have. And it feels like the gap's actually getting bigger rather than smaller every time we see them play.
What'll happen at some point is Crazy Raccoons will have the weight of expectation to always win, and then that will start to drag them back down again until someone beats them. But they're in this kind of like immune phase where they just know they're better than everyone, so they just have like unrelenting confidence. But I think they'll get one punch in the face, and then the mentality will drop at some point. But honestly, my feeling is that it won't be Falcons that's the team to knock them off. You know, like I feel like it'll be someone else, you know? I feel like Falcons is going to need to go through like roster changes like after Stockholm. Even then, I don't even know if you asked me to put money, I don't even know if you would put money on Falcons to qualify for Stockholm.
Yeah, sure. But I think To be honest, I mean, I think Zeta is like a good chance to be Falcons. I think they should win, but I swear, like, I don't know, I just have a really good feeling they're not going to make it for some reason. I feel like Falcons is just the team to make it a stock. I don't know if I'm chirping for that, but I don't think Zeta's going to pull through.
Zeta's really good at losing their map 5s, you know? Like really
Yeah.
good at
Well, they
losing
went
their map 5s,
0-3 in this tournament, which seems unlikely because they were the first team to take maps off Crazy Raccoon since Toronto took that map off them in the grand final at Esports World Cup, which is a month of games. But Zeta also lost every game in this seeding tournament. I think they lost what? Yeah, they lost three map 5s.
I mean, how the fuck Poker Face are up here is a fucking mystery.
The Belosri he's back.
I think they beat Poker Face there, right? Map 5 or am I...
No,
they lost.
No, they lost.
To
Yeah,
Poker Face?
Poker Face beat Falcons and they beat Zeta Division.
Yeah.
So Poker Face are actually, they're really throwing their hat into the ring for stealing a spot at Stockholm from everyone.
Yeah, that's true. I was actually asking Ham about it because I mean, I feel like Poker Face is so random. It's just like come up and actually be good. But he was saying that they actually looked like really good. They could. He thinks they qualified too.
I think they're just, I don't know what it is. Like obviously Proud's really good, and I think like Simple's good. But all of it, I mean, Belosria as a player, I feel like the picture I have in my head is just like a bit of a meme. Like not legitimate against all the other tanks, but he's looked pretty legitimate in his last week or two.
Here's the Christopher mentality prediction, okay? What's going to happen now is Poker Face have ridden this insane underdog buff to second seed. Now, all of a sudden, there is this like expectation of like, fuck, we can actually do it. It's basically just like a evolution of Chris Theory. They're going to fucking fumble so hard in the next game.
Yeah,
like their playoffs is going to be a disaster. They're going to lose every game. So write this one down.
But this one doesn't matter. They've still got like another stage though, because this playoffs is to qualify for AsiaLAN. So they've already qualified for AsiaLAN by finishing second here. So then we have to go to AsiaLAN.
When's the next like actual Korean games?
This weekend.
Oh.
So there's like this playoffs right now where the top 3 auto qualify to AsiaLAN. Fourth plays a like wild card against Pacific and Japan, which means
so whatever happens realistically, they're gonna go.
Yeah, the top 4. As long as you win this quarterfinal game, you'll go into the AsiaLAN.
Here's what happens: Poker Face finishes 4th in this, regardless. This is what happens. Okay, you can print it.
I'll print it.
Get it printed. Can we talk too? I don't think we spoke about this last week. Did you see when you saw Rush got kicked from LGD in this like massively?
I couldn't believe it. I
was shocked that the greatest coach of all time, like that was nothing but wins.
I have no idea who's doing on that team. We played them at EWC. I had like no clue.
I mean, everything they did made no sense.
I think Rush is in the same boat as you, dude. Like genuinely, you know.
The weirdest shit there is that they beat Falcons and Lucio Kiri mirror. I just feel like that's unreal. I feel like Gushue on Maga and Lucio Kiri cannot beat Falcons.
It's just mental block. It's pure mental block.
Yeah.
Those 5 Chinese players, when they see Chio and Fielder in the enemy team, it's the freest winner. Like they actually cannot lose. Like they could be the worst team playing the worst comps. They'll just beat them and then they'll proceed to lose to everybody else. But did you see in the fucking Reddit thread when Rush got announced that he was left over? All anyone said was he needs to go to Falcons right now. He's the only man that can save Falcons.
The only man.
I was like, fine. But yeah, that's what Falcons sees is just a few more
a fourth coach.
Yeah, I was like, Rusty Nike Junk Book, they just can't quite get the job done. Add Rush in there, get 4 coaches, and then we're really cooking.
That team needs a dad, you know? Like, there's been too many cultural issues surrounding Krusty for the longest time now, you know? After what he did with the 2023 Shock, his fathering days are over, you know? Now he's an abusive father. So really, they need new blood in the dad lineup. Like, that's actually, I buy into this Rush theory.
I buy
coach theory?
Oh my God, there's no way we have Rush believers.
Right? I think my theory is Chio and Rush is like they're a duo package, you know? Like, I feel like,
dude.
No, I think they punch on heads.
Winston meta, I mean, I think any Lucio Kiri meta, they'll be the best.
Do you know what's the funniest fucking thing I've ever fucking seen? Was there's this narrative around Rush that goes on because I swear to fucking God, Reddit, when it's like a Korean coach, they're so fucking ethical. They always say, oh, he refuses to be on a team with Proper because he's a booster. Like, this is like so patently not true. Like there's no way that Rush refuses to coach a player. Like Rush is not in a situation where he's just going to like turn down. They were like, oh yeah, he would have coached Falcons, but he didn't want to coach a booster. It's like there's no way he was turning down the Falcons fucking paycheck because he didn't want to like coach a booster. There's actually
maybe he'll throw his national team for it. Like he won't put Sparkle on. I mean, he'll put Sparkle on over Proper because Proper's a booster. But throwing the national team versus employment, that's a whole different kettle of fish. Like I'm pretty sure Rush has like a kid. He's definitely a married man. So when the chips are down, like that guy's willing to go so far as to coach a Chinese team when he doesn't speak Chinese. So I think that it's
Wait,
I think he's
they had a translator there or what?
Bro, who fucking knows?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine the conversation Rush has with his wife, and he's like, "Oh, honey, I got a 50K offer from a team today," and she's like, "Oh, yes, we're gonna be able to finally pay the bills. I'm so happy you found employment." He says, "No, this guy called Proper used to boost people's video games accounts when he was 16 years old. I had to turn down the money. I'm so sorry, honey." You think it's like even humanly fucking possible? You think she could understand the reasoning behind his morals? These people are fucking cucked, dude.
She'd probably be fine with being homeless for a bit.
Yeah. He did use the boost. I mean, he was a booster. So.
Back to the street we go.
I wouldn't want to have our family name tainted by a booster. Fucking cheers.
Well, even not to just White Wolf here reckons Sparkle used to be a booster as well, so this theory maybe falls down. I have no way to verify that information, but...
Oh no, Sparkle was a booster, but Rush caught it early, back in the Element Mystic days. This is some serious fucking Unc theory now. Like, Vega probably wasn't even born yet when I'm talking about this, because Sparkle was like 15 years old. But Sparkle got caught for boosting when he was on Element Mystic, and Rush, coach of the team at the time, he imposed these like massive fucking punishments on Sparkle. Like he made Sparkle pay his dues. Like he fined Sparkle heaps of money. He suspended him from the team for like 6 months or something. So like Sparkle was in like contract jail on Element Mystic, not playing, getting fined by his organization, like his whole salary for I think it was like 6 months. There's this really long period during Korean Overwatch when Sparkle was on Element Mystic and they were like a goated team. And then Sparkle got suspended and they had this fucking big fall off because like on principle, Sparkle had to be made an example of, It's like, you're a booster, you can't do this. So they publicly made an example of him. They punished him really heavily. And Proper, he's never paid his dues for being a booster, right? Like
maybe that's
O2 Blast was O2 Blast like the booster team. So they just let people get away with it.
So
get banned for 6 months probably.
So Rush needs to join Falcons, bench Proper for 6 months, put him in contract jail, and then that will slingshot Falcons back above Crazy Raccoon.
It's the only way.
Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes.
If only Rush spoke enough English to understand this. Unfortunately, the word will never get to him.
Is it illegal to boost in Korea? It is, right? I feel like that's just so crazy.
I mean, it is really frowned upon. Like the World Cup stuff, I don't think it's a Rush decision. They always do it. They always try to not take boosters to the World Cup team because it's seen as like representing Korea. Like they've done that for many years. So I don't think it's like necessarily that he doesn't care about boosting, but I also think you have to be like fucking delusional to think he's turning down the Falcons' paycheck to principal stance. I do think they genuinely really, really dislike it, but there's like disliking it, and then there's giving up the best job in Overwatch, disliking it. It's like two different things.
I mean, all the boosting stuff used to get taken so seriously. Like, how long was Sato's ban?
It was so like 30 games. 30 games.
It was free. It was 7, and that was the most games of the season. It was like 75% of the season. It was all 3 stages. Like fucking insane. And they fucking pushed this narrative about Sato too, which was insane. Like they always used to run a boosting empire. Like they made it sound
like a kingpin, right? Some kind of mafioso boss.
A tower where he had slaves of boosters in it and stuff. And it's like Sato's one of those players where you meet him and you're like, you are not capable of running a boosting empire. Like you just probably log on, you do a bit of boosting, but I fucking love Sato to death. But this guy was not capable of the operation that the internet was assuming that he was putting on. But the Korean community used to fucking hate that guy. Like it was actually
the game banned for 3 stages is actually unreal.
75%. It was 30 games or something.
It was 30. It was when it was a 40-game season, so it was like 30 games.
Yeah, but he still got paid like while he was suspended, right, or what?
Yeah.
But getting paid wasn't a priority back then, dude. It was season 1 Overwatch League. It was the main event. You'd be playing every single match on LAN. Like people's hearts are on the line, dude. Like,
I mean, it's just crazy though. I mean, he's getting paid and he can't even play for 3 entire stages. I mean. That is just crazy, to be honest.
And that's how much money they had, because he was on decent money too, and they were like, fuck it, fuck it, we can afford to, like, it's Overwatch League, baby, this is the next big
12-man roster.
A couple $100,000 on a suspended player, no problem, we can tank that.
The good days. I wish I was
Tucker
in
can cop
Overwatch at
that.
that time.
Yeah. I mean, Tucker definitely can cop it, to be fair. I keep it real. He didn't miss the money.
Yeah. I was going to say, do we want to channel any of the Plat Chat energy talking about Juno? Because, they're doing it heaps in Korea. Or do we want to just shelve that? Like, leave it to the professionals?
I don't know. We haven't played her a single time because I don't think she's even in for Faces. So I think even next week when we scrim, we won't play her. So
you guys are in Faces, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, Danny messages me every fucking day. I don't know why you guys play that shit. And it's like, all right, bro, we all don't have 50k mansions where we can afford to pass up tournaments. Some of us got to earn our bread, But Danny just doesn't get it,
No, we didn't play it because if we played it, it would have like coincided with EWC. I'm pretty sure at the NA matches, it would have been like the same day as EWC.
We had to reschedule
them.
loads of shit. But I mean, to be honest, this season of Face It League was a fucking pain because
but then we wouldn't be able to be on break.
Yeah. We were like 6 games behind. So we ended up having like weeks of scrims where it's like scrims into Face It game every single day. And some teams were so unbelievably annoying when it came to fucking rescheduling this shit. Like
it's their big chance. It's their big chance, Chris, to get a win off SSG.
Fuck, unbelievable. Like some of these teams, like, oh no, we can't. Like we need a warm up scrim and we can only play 1 game a day. And it's like this team that's like fucking 3 and 9. And I'm like, oh, can we just, no offense, bro. I know you want to, can we just be fucking realistic? Can we just play it on this day? Because I have fucking OWCS play, like all this other shit. Like, no, we can't play 2 games in 1 day. Sorry. So telling. I think Everfrost took a win off us because they just delayed it until, is that the only days we can play OWCS playoffs? Oh, fucking cheers that. So that was their win. I mean, congratulations, guys. You got the win. But
don't hate the player, hate the game, Chris.
When I was in collegiate, it was actually unreal. How many teams were just like, they would just stall. They wouldn't reschedule. I've lost so many matches in collegiate because teams just wouldn't reschedule. And we just lose to gold players, Like, we just can't play the game. So we forfeit.
Yeah.
I mean, also, collegiate was so unserious. There were so many times where we'd like get guaranteed for like a LAN event. And there's like no money in the current tournament, so we would just forfeit all our matches and get like 8th place. Because usually like 8th place, you get to like a LAN in collegiate. It was the most unserious thing ever.
I felt season 1 was like teams were pretty reasonable, but season 2, I just pissed me off more and more. Oh yeah, my players get back on like Thursday before playoffs. I mean, cheers. Oh, you can't play after Sunday, so I guess whatever.
How much money is in Face It?
I mean, I think if we win, like each player is gonna get like 700 quid or something. It's like, I mean, it's not great money.
Yeah. Even less.
Is it 16 teams right now, or is it down to 10 this season? I forget.
It's 12. Is it 12?
12, I think. Yeah.
Okay, and I think they're cutting it down even more. Maybe they're cutting it down to 10. I think I saw someone say that. Maybe I'm making things up. Maybe that's fake news.
The problem they did,
repeating something that's wrong.
The problem they did this time was the first season, the Swiss stage was best of 3, whereas this time it was best of 5. So that became really annoying. Like a best of 5 is like, it's a lot harder to schedule in your 1 hour break. And then I think because so many games are 3-0s, like a 2-0 you can actually get done. You can be pretty fucking efficient with a 2-0, you can get that shit done quite quickly. But then a 3-0, like, because it's push, you've got to play the full 10 minutes most of the time and all of this shit. Yeah.
Wait, so it's 3-0 like every series?
I mean, for us against like almost every... Yeah, I mean, I think we literally only lost a map to ENCE and to one team where we off-rolled, like everything else was like a 3-0. But I don't know. I guess like from our perspective, like especially because we had to prep for EWC and then we wanted to take off week and then we wanted to do OWCS. So cramming like 12 best of 3s, it's really best of 5s is really annoying actually. But the lights on.
Dude, they need to make it best of 2. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know I said this already, but collegiate's the same way. And when it was best of 2, first of 2, we were like so happy, and then it's first of 3, and we're stuck there like. And we had like Haven on Northwood. That guy would throw every collegiate game against like silver players. He just played Junkrat and AFK emo. And there were times we'd lose a map to like an actual diamond team, and we're just like, "Oh my god, bro, we're here for another 25 minutes."
That's the worst feeling in the world is when you're trolling, and then you're like, "Oh, this is We had a scrim against you guys. I remember it where we played against some fucking random team.
It's like Gambit or something. You dropped a map.
Something fucking outrageous like that, and we just like giga trolled, and then we lose the map, and then I'm messaging Cass like. Yeah, we're 20 minutes late to this fucking scrim because we lost the map to Gambit. And it's like, okay,
bro, like, But you don't have to like lose like a map either. It's just it goes like barn burner. Like you go 3-3 Kings Row overtime round because you're just on Junkrat like trolling, and every map's 20 minutes long because you're trolling. It is actually so annoying playing these matches where it's the matches where like they're bad enough to where you can troll and win, but also like it's just gonna take so much longer if you don't try. You know, I actually hated playing those matches.
I think like with the Faceit League, I feel like Swiss should always be first at 2, even if it's like a small Swiss thing. But at the same time, there's just like there's a real content drought for matches in this game. You know, like as soon as I started like trying to do the co-streaming stuff and trying to have like more of an investment in how much time I'm actually fucking watching games, because you know I'm trying to make a buck off it. It makes me realize like there's actually nothing all year long. You know, like there's one like premier tournament, and then there's Faceit, which some people don't even participate in. And like having only one tournament for the entire fucking year, where it's like it's tiny, you know, OWCS, it's like a really small format. There's just like nothing for viewers to even watch and get invested in, you know, like you can genuinely watch 4 big tournaments a year, 5 with EWC, which like a lot of people boycotted and whatnot, and didn't get much viewership. So it's pretty tough. Like the fact that there've been like first to 3 games in the Swiss for Faceit, where like at least you can watch some of the good European teams play each other in a first to 3. And actually get to watch some good games more than fucking like 4 times a year. I think there's there's an upside to that, but I mean, maybe that's just like the worst solution ever to a bigger problem.
Yeah, you know, sure. I mean, I think about like CommanderX and like your stream, Hunter, and I mean, you guys can stream like matches for like what 2 weeks, and then after that, what you have like 6 weeks of what? I don't even know what you're streaming. Are you guys like playing ranked or what?
If you ever see me and Hunter doing a fucking unranked to GM duo stream, that's when you know we've truly hit rock bottom.
That's a good idea, honestly. You guys could do it. Educational unranked to GM.
I don't think either of us have got that dog in us anymore. But you know, not to point any fingers or anything, but I feel like there might be someone that might struggle with that a little bit more. I don't know, man. I'm not pointing any fingers.
Okay.
We might be in it for a fucking long haul, though.
Have you seen like I think it's Wizard Hyung and Top Dragon? Have you guys seen them? They're like a duo coach player, and they're like both making content. Wizard Hyung, like he makes Tracer videos on YouTube, and they actually have so many views because it's like, oh, Tracer tips of Top Dragon, professional Tracer player. I mean, honestly, it might be food for thought. Unranked to GM, educational. You guys can be like the Wizard Hyung.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm the top dragon of this situation, I think.
I thought about content ideas, revolving around like fucking educational stuff, just because it's like I literally don't know what to fill the gaps with.
So you use like Landon as like your test rap for ranked. That guy's always playing ranked. Just make it do like an unranked to GM. And you're just like educational on the side, co-streaming it.
You put the word educational in anything, and like there's a reasonable chance. I think that like the educational Overwatch content is probably some of the stuff that still does better than like. Esports content is like the bottom of the bottom, because it's like there's a pretty small minority of the player base that's interested, and there's not a lot of stuff to cover. So like you can really only cover a couple of things a year, and not a lot of people actually watch esports. But there's always some fucking casual that's new to the game that wants to watch a tips and tricks or a fucking, like they don't actually want to watch the name of the pro player doing it, but they want to watch best Ana or whatever, Yeah, exactly. They just want to watch the general descriptor that they searched on YouTube for how to play Ana or something like that, And that's that's content that will get clicks, I suppose. But you need to get a whole lot of clicks to turn something into a job, and it's a pretty small game.
Yeah.
That's why you see Johnny Reinforce making a 3-hour dead slop guide on fucking launch day. Like he's
It was good though. I actually, unironically, learned a lot from.
Yeah,
honestly, I didn't understand jungle until I watched Reinforce's video. I didn't understand like all the stuff on the mini map. I didn't. Honestly, it was actually because Stylosis did the video too, and Reinforce's was unironically 20 times better. Like the actual video quality. Shout out Reinforce for the second time in this episode. Was actually was really fucking good.
I mean, are you not a MOBA player ever? Like, you got no MOBA experience, or?
I was a child.
You played League, right?
Player, mate, so you be fucking careful with who you're talking to. Where do you think the TF in my name comes from?
Oh, true, actually, yeah.
Here he goes again.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Challenger, Twisted Fit, One Trick. So I know the MOBA, but
what component of it didn't you understand? Like the Souls?
I didn't know when the jungle things spawned, and then
what it turns out
is like.
On the map.
And I didn't realize that the green things on the minimap were shops that, like, because I thought you had to keep going back to base to spawn.
You didn't know about the secret shop and the shop in lane?
Yeah, but like I realized there was one in your lane, but then I didn't realize like you could see everything on the map. Like everything is on the map. And then when my mate Johnny reinforced Larson, he did it. Snowden, he did it. All of a sudden, that was it. You know, I saw.
Mate, watch a streamer of that game for like 3 seconds, and they're just fucking sliding through the secret shop every 10 seconds. Like,
I mean, yeah, but it wasn't fucking out. He released the video on day one. Where was the other content I was going to watch before the reinforced one? Because it was on a fucking. I couldn't watch it. It was fucking.
It's 3 hours long, bro. It's a 3
and I was
hour
skipped
long
to the
video.
bits I needed to see, and it was really fucking useful.
Okay.
What's the problem here? And I didn't realize all this like sliding and jumping and so much shit in that game. So all I'm saying is thank you reinforced. Why is it so?
Get off this poor guy's case. I'm sorry.
Do a lot of the EU players play Deadlock, or? Because I know in A, like no one in Toronto plays it. Not even like any of the Koreans. And
we had a week or like a few days like on our off week where we all got into the beta and we played it and we no-lifed it for a little bit. And then, fuck, I actually really, like, for the first few days, I really enjoyed it. And then I don't know. I'm so shit. I can't aim for shit. And I look at it and I'm like, I just rather go back. I just rather play the league. If I need to spend time playing the web, I just whip out Twisted Fate because at least that's in my DNA, you know?
Yeah. I think it's actually like, any Overwatch player that I talk to about it, like, you know, I was talking to Hawk about it, and Hawk is like, I mean, this game is so fucking boring because it's like, he's saying how it's so easy to aim and that aim isn't like a big deal in that game. But I think that like, you watch like all the high ranked people in this game and it's like, it's not the Dota players. It's the Overwatch players, you know, it's the people that have like these hybrid skills because the aim is so fucking important. Like the aim is so insanely important. And like Dota players can't vertically aim on fast moving targets. Like that's not a thing. Dota players can't fucking aim, period. Like aiming in that game is hard. People move fast and people move vertically. There's like insane like aim requirements. Even if it's not like, it's not as rewarding on your aim as something like Overwatch, where it's like, you know, you actually need to be a fucking like meth head to aim. Like it's actually really hard. But you know, compared to the average MOBA player that hasn't fucking made a precise mouse movement in their life, like it's a complete fucking turnaround. So I think that like it is a hard game mechanically. Like that's anytime I play that shit, it's like, oh fuck, this guy can shoot me.
I think the main thing for me though is like I honestly I've never played any game that wasn't Overwatch. So every time like I tried Valorant, I tried League. I mean, I just can't. I'm pretty sure I'm actually like bronze in all those games. I don't understand how the game works. I just like int and die, and it's just not fun. I'm probably if Overwatch dies. I mean, when it does die, I think I'm just cooked. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I was shocked at some of the players. I was shocked at how fucking bad some of our players were at the game. Because I don't know. I guess you would just think that a Pro Overwatch player would be okay. Like Astro picked it up really well. Like Astro was really good.
Because he's a league player.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it, right? But like some of them, you would watch them play, and they're like. Even I was better than them, you know, and it was like, fucking hell, I'm shit at this game.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that you can get carried by just fucking farming. You know, I reckon like every Overwatch player, they probably just want to fight and fight and fight and fight and fight. And then they fucking go down on CS and continue to fight. Yeah. Astro's probably fucking jerking off behind his tower fucking CSing for like 15 minutes until he's more broken than everyone else.
He was always 20-1. He was always carrying us.
And then he's fucking figured out the optimal jungle pathing as well. He's so active on the map, on his side of the map, probably jerking off. And then as soon as he has a fucking gold lead, he's fucking winning the game for you. But you know, you're never going to see an Overwatch player do that because they'll be down fucking 15k on gold and they'll try and fight because they can aim.
Haddy, the only enjoyment he had is to play Abraham's punch only. So he needed the only melee, only just melee to enjoy the game.
All right, dead slop segment over.
All right, over.
That's all right. We're going to get so much. I'm going to put so many Deadlock tags in the description for this video. We're going to get. This is going to be. Deadlock. Yeah,
no, you've got to get like
Deadlock tips.
Deadlock guide, educational.
You know how Plat Chat was originally an Overwatch podcast, but then they moved on to Valorant and became bigger. That's us. This is like the start of the Deadlock move.
It's a new thing to do it halfway through an episode as well, to start as an Overwatch podcast and then we'll finish as a Deadlock podcast. But I think we can make it happen.
You got to stay agile, you know. You got to fucking just constantly transform your content to stay relevant.
I like it.
All right, so I guess
EU shitting on Chris segment, please.
Yeah, so we've reached what's becoming a regular segment, honestly, Chris, where it's the SSG co-power, where SSG lost to Virtus Pro 3 times, and just makes it 3 times in a row.
No, we 3-0'd them in Face It League, but
Oh,
Don't be afraid
okay.
to keep
Okay, so we're counting
Three out
Mickey
of
Mouse
four.
matches.
3 out of 4.
Of
So
course, yeah.
you've now won 25% of your recent games against Virtus Pro, so we're trending up. Lost, and the big criticism that you're probably going to be baked into your cope here is going to have to be kept playing dive, kept losing to dive, hit the pits of, no disrespect to Hypnos, of course, but losing to Hypnos on dive, which must have felt like a particular low point. So
Yeah, it was.
Talk your way out of this one.
I mean, that Hypnos game is actually so reminiscent of the Valiant Dorado game. It's fucking crazy to me. Like, it's like everything. I don't know. I guess like our logic at the start was like, I guess like one thing that everybody's going to do, I think Max is going to do this, you know, he's going to say, you guys clearly a shit at dive, you shouldn't play dive. And it's like, I think if this was an international event, I think this criticism is like way more reasonable, right? Because we're never going to beat the Korean teams at dive. But I feel like one thing that nobody ever said was you guys are worse dive team than Hypnos, right? Like I think even you guys would have fucking backed us to win that one. And I think what we decided, we said, listen, stage 3, we don't have to play against like any Korean teams, we don't have to play against Toronto. If there was ever a time to actually put some hours into this comp and to learn it so that when there is an international event and we get Ilios map 1, we're just not starting 0-1 down. It feels like this is the time. This is like where there's like the least stakes. It's not as important as stage 4 for qualifying. We're already in a good position and we don't have to play against any Korean. And to be honest, it started pretty well. Like obviously like our scrims and stuff, like it was pretty successful. Like you saw like with the Face It League, we beat like Peps Frio playing Winston Anna. We beat VP Frio playing Winston Anna. And I think one thing that is maybe true is that like Lucio Bap is so fucked this patch. Like it's so fucked this patch, and especially against VP, because you play Lucio Bap versus VP, they play Bapalari, and it's a giga counter. Like it's so hard to win Lucio Bap versus Bapalari.
I think you just play Diva.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all should just play Diva.
But then that's the next problem, right? Whereas like it's such a Diva heavy meta. If we'd mirrored Diva and lost, I think you guys would probably also be fucking roasting us for that decision too, right?
Yeah, but I think you guys have like a better chance of when you're playing Diva Lucio comp instead of playing, you know, like Brigana Winston.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. I guess I don't know how you guys feel, but I think Winston counters Diva. I think the only way to beat Diva is with Winston. I feel like it's like I don't know if it counters, but I feel like it's the best. And I guess we didn't necessarily want to mirror because I think I don't know. I guess like every other team, like TM, VP, and ENCE, they're all one trick in Diva, and it feels like for us it would make sense to try to do it in like a main tank way. And I don't know. I really felt somewhere that the comp we played, the Winston and Break, is like the quote unquote meta. I think it's like the best answer to a lot of these comps. But I don't know. I think like I don't know. I think there's issues. Obviously, I think one thing that's true is like to play this comp under pressure requires like a slightly different skill set. Like the decision making of dive is more dynamic, right? Like you have to be able to kind of like play on the edge. You have to be able to find this way to like get the most out of your Winston bubble, but then also live. And you got to be able to like your break has to like play on the edge. Whereas I think that one thing that's maybe true in the comps that we traditionally good at, it's front to back, it's push, pull, track this cooldown, we can go. Or they have this ult, we go back. You know, it becomes quite linear decision making. And maybe one advantage that like, because I think actually like even when Chase Torch came in to play like Winston dive, they looked so bad, but in scrims they actually weren't that bad. Like the Chase Torch like lineup was pretty good at Winston dive too for ENCE. It feels like maybe somewhere because like Korea have always played dive, like they've learned that decision making, how to play it under pressure from the start. But I don't know. Obviously, it was a mistake in hindsight, but we were also trying to do something for like the greater good, if you know what I mean. Like to. Because imagine we got it. Like imagine we just fucking did. Imagine we like won on like Winston and a break. Then all of a sudden, you know, we would all of a sudden feel like a more complete team. We would be harder to beat.
I mean, did y'all ever play Lucio Anna Winston or?
I don't know. Maybe we should have. I think we had like disagreements. So I feel like we always felt against Diva. I really wanted like
play break,
really
right?
wanted break. But then I feel like we only ever played against Diva, you know? Like, I feel like we didn't get many... Like, I think the Lucio Anna would be good against, like Ram comps, Margo comps, like, maybe even, like, Sigma comps maybe Brig's good against, but...
No, I mean, my thing... I mean, why I hated playing against ENCE, like, they play Diva, so you want to play Brig, and they just play Pharah. Yeah. I feel like when a Pharah's in the game, they play like this Ashe Pharah comp. It's so hard to like whip on Brig. Like you're just like AFK the whole time playing Paxton.
Yeah. So. We ended up changing our comp slightly after the Face It game, where we would only play like the Anna Brig on the maps where it was really hard to play Pharah. So like on Dorado, you never really worried that much of like, or like even like maps like this, like the Junkertown, where it's like these really big like escort and hybrid maps, because I think you can outrange the Pharah quite well. Like on Coliseum, we played it against ENCE and they just like fucking destroyed us the same way you're talking about. So I don't know. I think for sure our meta like decisions and stuff clearly weren't perfect. But I guess also somewhere it's like, it depends on like what your expectations or our expectations are, you know? Like one thing that I had to remind myself was stage 2 when we won, it was Ram Lucio back. Like there's no fucking meta more perfect for SSG than that. And we still won 4-3. We're having to reverse sweep the last 3 maps, you know? It wasn't like I was just SSG fucking swept, you know? Like we still had to like really dogfight it. And I feel like somewhere if we played the Lucio back comp, maybe it would have been more successful. I think also VP are pretty good. I think ENCE are pretty good. And yeah, I think there's other issues too, but I don't know. That's the cope section. At least that's where I came from. You can tell me how.
It's not fun. I sympathize. I think Pharaoh Diva is literally the most cancer thing I've played against, and like my entire time playing Overwatch. I think it's literally like the main support terrorist comp. Like it makes main support so bad.
All right, now I can fight the Chris Cope section. I can go back at it. All right, so I think I think the start of your whole rationalization, the thing that it was like predicated on, where it's like we're in stage 3, we're in Europe, we can win on dive in Europe, and then map 1 won't be a wash. You know, if we get some confidence on this and we do well, then map 1 versus a dive team won't be a wash if they pick Ilias into us. I think that's just like kappa, you know? Like no matter how much you practice that stuff in Europe, no matter how much confidence you gain on it, your map 1, if you take a Winston on a dive mirror, if you're versus a Korean team, if you're versus one of these top dive teams that plays Winston on a lot, like has a really strong Winston on a brig, no matter how much you practice it in Europe, it's still going to be a wash, you know? Like I think your chances of a win there are just significantly higher if instead of grinding it out to have a higher chance on Ilios on the meta comp, you just put more time into your off meta comp, you know? Like your success internationally is always going to be predicated on catching those teams off guard with something different. I think if you play something that's standard there, then you're just playing into what they're already completely used to, and you know they're better than you at it, you know? So like no matter how much prep you put into that to like familiarize yourself with the matchup, to win in Europe on it and like be more comfortable on it in Europe, they're just going to be better. Like it's their bread and butter. It's their best stuff. So I think like to practice that for the theory of like, oh, map 1 won't be a wash because then we can match them on the standard. Ultimately, you're still matching them on the standard, you know? Like you're just playing into the thing that they probably practice more regardless, and they're definitely better at. Like there's no question about that. So I think like getting the practice
what
in
you're
is just
saying
worthless.
can't be true. It's not logical,
Why?
you know? Because like they're not like fucking aliens. Like they still just have to press shift or E at the right time. Like why logically explain why you couldn't learn dive?
Well, because they are like literally they're years ahead on it. They are years ahead on it. You cannot catch up. You know,
I don't know. I think if you have that mindset, then it's like so fucked. You know, like I understand what you're saying, and I don't think you're totally wrong. But I also think like somewhere like how many times this season when we've played Lucio Bat versus dive teams have we won? 0 is the answer. 0 is the answer we're looking for. Okay. When we played Fnatic, right? Fnatic are dog shit, right? We all agree Fnatic are fucking shit. They get Ilios, they play a dive map, we lose your bat, we lose. They just then pick 2 other dive maps and we lost. We fucking lose to Fnatic because they can pick. So like this idea that, oh, if you mirror like a dive comp, you will guaranteed loss. Yeah, but our win rate against dive this season on these current patches is 0% anyway. So what's it like? I don't know. Like you want to know something that's fucking funny. You want to know like a little statistic, which like maybe maybe I'm fucking wrong because I just lost like both fucking games finished third, right? You know when we scrimmed Crazy Raccoons at Dallas, you know what highest win rate map was? You'll never guess this one, mate. You'll never guess this one.
It'll be a dive map.
Dorado or something.
Route 66, because we took the dive mirror and we actually fucking beat them on that more than we ever did countering it. And obviously, because we subscribe to the logic of we can never beat them on dive, we would effectively pick our worst maps against them, like against the Korean teams. Like we wouldn't actually go off the science of our scrims. We would actually go off the feeling. The feelings, you know, we would actually pick our worst maps because we thought, well, even though it was like, I don't know. And I guess I understand what you're saying, but I don't know, I guess somewhere it felt like there was only so much like it's not, the idea that you can't win, like even if it gives us like a 30% chance to win Ilios versus a Korean team, in my head, with like, do you know what's the fucking biggest killer for Lucio Bab? Since they reinvented fucking Farah, all of our comps have become so much unbelievably fucking harder. You know, in EWC, we always win Circuit because I could pick Circuit and I could ban Farah. And then it's a free win, no fucking problem. But Farah is like so hideous against our comps. So I think the meta is slowly rolling away from our comps. I don't know. Obviously, we lost, so you're right. But I don't know. I think somewhere that like this idea, like okay. Next Chris example, when fucking Timeless or Nightmare, whatever the fuck these fuckers were called in EWC, beat Fnatic, what did they play?
Dive Mirror Map 5.
Thank you, CommanderX. So, using Hunter's fucking logic, they should have just played a shit comp and been counted. But they just said, fuck it, and they fucking did it, and then they won, you know? And guess who didn't beat Fnatic? Us, and who did Nightmare? So this idea, like, using your logic, it's a guaranteed 0% win rate for Nightmare to beat Fnatic on the Dive Mirror. I've got some fucking facts that, like, hurt your feelings. And the way that I've coached is I'm sitting on a 0% win rate of Lucio Bat versus Dive against Korean teams. Like, we've lost to every Korean team that we faced. And it's the same fucking thing. On our maps, we win. On their maps, we get fucking smoked. Zeta Division, Fnatic, like even Crazy Raccoon, the series on our maps are much closer than the series on their maps when we're trying to play like our thing. So I know that's where my logic was. Maybe you're right. Maybe we'll just never learn Dive. And I think, to be fair, I can say our Dive is not. We've not taken confidence from the last few weeks.
It's not right. It's not.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. Oh. But I don't know. This is like when Nightmare just said fuck it and they did it and they just played better on the day. It almost feels like there's a lesson to be learned there, rather than us just like, oh well, I know we have a 0% win rate on scrims, but let's just do it again, you know?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think like anyone can win, and when you're playing like this big on comp, you're like, you have no expectations. Like if you get shit on it. It's like, oh yeah, whatever, we're American or we're European, you know? So actually, I kind of agree. I think like on Toronto, like we have two Koreans, obviously me and RuPaul are like the American backline. So if we lose, like, we're American, doesn't matter. Get another map, you know? So actually, I think it's like fine to play it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to play it, you know, in the international event. Like if we had to play Dorado, you know, like, I think we could play Dorado and maybe win, so.
SSG was just like too rigid with it though, you know, like even if you want to do that stuff, there's still room for it. Like the fact that Funny Astro was just like fucking inting his brains out on Brig on every single map for the entire tournament, like actually doing air. And then you've got ENCE. Admittedly, ENCE, you know, they're playing Diva, SSG is playing more Winston and stuff like that. Like that's significant, that matters. But at the same time, it's like we never saw like the Lucio Ana stuff come out from SSG at all, you know. And maybe it's just too hard. Maybe it's just too hard. Maybe it just doesn't work. But it's like, Funny Astro, his impact was so fucking low on Brig the entire time. And it's like, ENCE basically didn't pick Brig, you know? I think maybe they actually never picked Brig, you know? Like they just played Lucio Ana like the whole fucking time when they were playing Ana. And it's like, I refuse to believe that Funny Astro's impact would have been higher on Brig than it would have been on Lucio in stuff like that. Because at least then you have like some potential for someone to actually do something to carry the game. Whereas when he's playing Brig, it's just like, you never see a carry moment. All you ever see is the liability, you know? If you put him on something where he actually has potential to carry the game, then you have a chance, you know? But you were like rigid, stuck onto like the best comp matchup on paper, even though like the player skills issue, like they're overwhelming because there's just like, there's too many different points of failure when you play that comp, you know? It's like you got a flex support that isn't super comfortable on Ana. You got a main support that, you know, whatever his internal comfort level is, he's not fucking doing anything on Brig, you know? He actually does just a nothing burger on Brig. Fucking bashes out into the open and dies. Like he doesn't bash back into the cover and shit, you know? Like there's too many issues coming up when you play that comp. So it's like you need to flex somewhere, even if you're not going to go for like the full, let's play Lucio, Bap, Ryan on every single map, you know? Like you need to find solutions in terms of changing things away from the meta to something that suits you more. Well, and that just didn't happen.
I mean, it did happen though also.
On the final day coming out on Reaper, like.
I mean, also that comp, like Vega, when we scrimmed you, what was the only comp we beat you on?
Okay, that comp, but we're playing Alaria on Samoa.
Okay, it's the only map we got green in the screen, and it was across multiple maps. So it wasn't just Samoa. Like, okay, that was the only comp we ever beat
but you guys are actually off a ball set because I remember it was Samoa Beach, and you guys were playing Widowmaker. And after I saw that, I just can't take it seriously. You're playing Widowmaker on Samoa Beach. Like,
I mean, yeah, that's
and it was backbone on Widowmaker.
But even then, like, I understand what you're saying, but you said, oh, let's put Lucio, like Funny Astro on fucking Lucio, and we did it for more maps than we played Ana Brig, right? And B, the problem with all of this is actually like our Ana Brig and scrims was actually against we fucking destroy VP with Ana Brig and scrims, like actually destroy them. That's why when they 3-2'd us and they said in their interview, oh, it's VP, then SSG, then ENCE. That obviously wasn't true, but that was because our scrim results against VP were like insanely dominant, you know? And it's like, okay, yeah, we should like take Funny Astro off the break or whatever. But I don't know, like in scrims, like I didn't feel like it was a problem. And then we did try to pivot at the last minute. To be honest, I almost regret pivoting. I actually think that we should have just stuck Anna Brig and just found our mojo with it a little bit, because that's where a lot of our success was happening in.
Yeah, I mean,
in
you had like a super close game versus VP before as well. I think that like I'm like a super non-believer in like the Reaper in particular. You know, I feel like that's like not super the solution. And then like Jamie wound up playing heaps of hit scan and stuff too. So it's like maybe just not a very convincing solution to wind up at on the at the 11th hour. But I mean, that pivot was so late that it's like you can't like stick by that pivot and be like, oh shit, this is it, you know, because it was so late in the tournament. Like all the work had already been done.
To be fair, it's with the Winston Reaper isn't a pivot. We've played that the whole time. Like we've played as much of that as the Winston Anna Brig. Like on fast maps, we play Winston Reaper. On short maps or long maps, we play Winston Anna Brig. But then we just decided to fucking lock the Winston Reaper everywhere because it was having more success.
I see.
It feels like it's
the
way more
Reaper's
effective.
really good against the D.Va for what it's worth, by the way. Like the Reaper's actually pretty reasonable against the D.Va.
It felt like it was way better against, I don't know, like the Winston than the D.Va.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just like, the problem is every team's a D.Va team once you get to the top of EMEA.
Oh, fuck. Actually, in your in your upper bracket game, versus VP, why the fuck did Sparker not play Widow on Junkertown? What the fuck was that? He's going up against Shockwave on fucking Junkertown. He has like the most free matchup in the entire world. Like, I'm pretty sure they're playing some actual nothing burger comp where nothing can dive the fucking Widow at all. He's attacking Widow into Shockwave, and he goes like, I think he went cast or something like that. Like, what the fuck is that? What is he doing? Like,
I mean, this was like we called it for him as a team. The thing is, they actually have insane dive on the Widow. So the Anna Kiri is really annoying to play Widow because they free man dive every time, right? Like Kiri Tracer takes an off angle and flying with D.Va. So like our logic of like we wanted something that could like fight the 3v3 better, but Cass is just fucking dog shit in Junkertown. And yeah. Spark next.
I mean, you say that they get this like 3-man dive on you. I mean, it's like you just match them on the flank, you know, like they can't just like fucking all teleport in there, you know, like the Kiriko's not going to do.
Like, I mean, the Kiriko's not literally TP.
Their Kiriko is not going to. Their Kiriko is not going to TP on top of your Widowmaker's head. She's just going to instantly die. Your D.Va will just turn around and fucking shift on her and kill her if she does that. Like if your Widow's playing like the back of main and their Tracer triple blinks onto your Widow and then their Kiriko TPs on top as well. If your D.Va has hands, then they'll fucking backshift and kill them. No, like I mean, Kiriko can't just TP on like that. She has to walk to these angles and to walk to get an angle on fucking Widowmaker, then 100% either your Widow can shoot her while she's walking there, or you can match the flank. Like you can just 1-to-1 match that. Like it's not as simple as just TP into the backline completely free.
She never TPs, but she always takes the side angle and she always gets the dive off. It was consistent against every team that did, but it's way harder to stop than just match it forehead, you know, or just shoot her forehead. Like the Kiri Tracer, who like if they play really really far, who matches it?
Like your own Tracer, your own fucking like main support. I don't understand. You're describing it like it's this super free situation. Like the defenders can't just TP into attacker's spawn. It's Junkertown first, bro. Like it's Junkertown first point Widow.
Yeah, I feel like Kiri is so easy to like poke out.
But on like first point. Okay, I mean even then first point they go into your spawn, right? So like I don't know. What you're saying is like it's maybe true, but it's also nowhere near as easy as you make it sound, by the way. And also like I don't know. I mean, you make it sound like the attacking Widow is just this free kill every single fight. I think that's nonsense, you know? Like if the Kiriko is doing what you're describing, then their Kiriko is so far away that their front line should be fucking losing, you know? Like you have 5 players shooting in main, their Kiri and their Tracer are flanking so wide, doing nothing, that you should just be winning a 5v3 in main. Like there's multiple things happening at once here. A lot of the times, like, I mean, there's no like 5v3 in main because their Anna Brig is also at the back of the map, but a lot of the time that is what should happen, right? Like we trade their 2 while they trade our 3. But then we made mistakes, right? Like, I don't know. I think upon hindsight, like the idea to get off Widow is fine, but on this map, it's impossible. You need to play Widow on Junkertown. It was a different map. I think Ashe is better against that comp for sure, because the Kiri Tracer D.Va kills you a fucking lot, 100%. But the cast was fucking terrible here. But then I think we realized it almost immediately. Like looking down the sights, it's like, I can't fucking shoot anything here. This was.
I mean, he was playing post nerf cast on first point Junkertown into a Widow. Like it's just fucking actual psycho behavior. Like
I agree.
Not the player, but you know, condition of one's mental disposition. But yeah, is that the end of the SSG Cope section?
I mean, we can keep going. I'll keep fighting.
Chris is getting quite defensive.
Chris got a few more
Chris will
rounds.
just fight tooth and nail over everything.
It was like 10 minutes of talking about Widowmaker and Chaos on Junkertown. Like, all right.
There was a point when I was like, do I need? There's a point when I was like, do I need to get the replay code out? Do we just need to do a VOD review at this point?
Can. But Cass is fucking terrible. But if you actually did, if you did watch the replay code, you'll see exactly what I mean. Because I can send you a YouTube video about it if you want, mate. Because I've fucking watched it all. I got it. I can fucking link it right now.
He's got a video pre-made for this one.
I can watch the Chris Theory video on it. Like, it's just unbelievable.
I'm linking it.
He's looking for it. Like, we've got to move on. Like, he can't consider defeating the argument, dude. Like, he's fucking watched too much Destiny. It's over.
It's all right. We'll move on to happier topics that will surely bring us all together once again. Because as much as SSG, maybe you got the link.
It's like a King's Road top down. Like, how first point.
How long is it?
The comp, right?
How long is the video?
7 minutes.
I'm talking about Junkertown first point. Like, it's not just about the matchup, you know. Like, it always depends on the map.
Okay. I thought we were.
And it's like, why didn't Sparker play Widow on Junkertown first point attack into Shockwave on Widow? It's free. Like, that's the whole point. He was free in that situation because it's like one of the best Widow points in the whole game, and they had nothing that could deal with him.
I agree.
Okay, all right. That's fucking. We could have done that 15 minutes ago, but here we are.
Is this Vega? Is this what Cass and Danny are like when they're trying to solve problems?
Nah, Danny's a cock, bro. Danny just fucking rolls over and takes it.
Yeah, no, actually. Danny actually does just take it, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry for stealing your answer, bud.
Danny's the side quest around Toronto. That guy does the most random shit for us.
Side quest.
No,
side quest. Oh, God.
It's not like this. I don't know. When we're taking things seriously, bro, Cass fucking gets a whip out and makes me... I'll tell him, like, I'm either playing Life Weaver or Laria here, and he's like, no, you're playing Brig here. Guy, I don't know. Makes us play just try hard everything.
Do as he told.
I mean, he tells us what heroes to play everywhere, so...
Oh, really?
No, I mean, I think he lets ham swap, but honestly, sometimes it scares out.
Korean privilege.
He'll put me in jail. I was like, no, you're only playing Break here. I remember, I think Junkertown first point, I wanted to play Life Weaver. He let me play Life Weaver for one. It was like one round, and then he said I was banned from Life Weaver, so I'm not that bad.
Good round though.
Yeah.
Got your leak in.
Here's actually not that bad.
I'm actually on Vega's side on this. I feel like Life Weaver's more viable than people give it credit for, but people aren't ready.
It's a rack attack world, baby.
Rack attack has that here. I'll be honest. He claimed it.
He's got it on lock.
I played it in Scrim. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure I have 5 minutes on Life Weaver total. I never play him in ranked. So
you're gonna get caught out one day, dude. One more balance patch, one more Life Weaver buff, and it's all fucking over.
We're so close to a Life Weaver meta.
That's going to be how NRG Shock fucking upsets you guys eventually. Your lack of flexibility onto Life Weaver. You're all just forced into place for them.
RuPaul can have Life Weaver. I'll take over Anna.
Yeah. Are you like already qualified for Stockholm with all these wins?
Yeah, you must be.
I'd assume so. Actually, no. We were talking about it. I'm pretty sure if we get like 8th place, we actually won't qualify because
Wait,
honestly, I don't know why.
Sure.
Oh wait, no. I know why. Because I think like M80's like circuit points and since they like dropped out, it's like some bullshit with that. So if we get like if we get 8th place and like there's like a team that's made of like Fluffy, Dreamland, and like TSM, because they have like the most points because they played every tournament, but they've also been like pretty shit. It could be like NRG, Nightmare, and like Fluffy Dreamland, but I mean. If that happens, I don't know what's happening to me, bro. I don't think I'll be on the strip anymore. So
I reckon you can finish above 8th. You've got it in you.
We can try our best.
All right. So in an attempt to bring everyone back together now, we'll move on to more harmonious topics. And one good way to unite people is with a common enemy. So as much as SSG maybe floundered, fumbled, still finished 3rd, still on track to qualify for Stockholm, a couple of teams who have maybe jeopardize their chances of making Stockholm in, I guess we'll go in the order they were eliminated, is Oblivion, who managed to actually come last in their group. They lost to, if I get this right, I've lost it now. They lost to SR Check and Super Shy. I get that right?
I think so.
I want to say yes.
I'm saying yes.
yeah, 3-1 to SR Peak Check, 3-2 to Super Shy. And this is obviously a new look X Oblivion. This is mostly peace and love with a few new bits. But they lost, and whatever beef they started with Uncoachable, it just seems to they changed the entire roster, it just transfers over. Still can't get out of groups.
I mean, the problem for EXO was there was a time when there was like only like 1 or 2 orgs in where like whatever they offered was like actually like the next best. But now that like Peps, TM, VP, they effectively get like they're like the 6th. I mean, even fucking is it One Man Army fucking got like a team house for the Koreans and stuff? Like I don't know. Like
the boys are in the Netherlands, yeah.
Yeah, like Top Dragon. Is it Top Dragon opener on that team?
Domhin.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The brig that could.
So then it's like actually to join EXO, like they're effectively like only scraping like certain levels of players where like the expectations are presumably just less and less and less and less. I don't even hate them anymore, you know?
You just moved into feeling sorry for them.
Yeah. I don't even I
don't even
know if it was an upset, you know? Like they just
Is that the common enemy though, EXO? I mean
it was for a time. They were like
I don't know who's
enemy.
on that team. Honestly, I don't know who's on Super Shy or the SRP check. I don't watch any besides the top.
The big dogs. I mean, they used to be back in the good old days when they knocked me out of stage 1 and then they started to do all this shit on Twitter. They were my enemy, but
y'all did do shit at stage 1, right? Like y'all got like 3rd place.
4th actually, mate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, better still.
This is actually not as bad.
Actually,
worse than this time, actually. So you're trending.
Whoa. Wait, who'd you lose to in that stage?
EXO. That's why it was the thing.
Wait, who was on EXO at the time? Do you know?
I mean, that was like Shockwave, Chase Torch, Crispy, maybe Canale. So I mean, like there was effectively like a lot of the players on VP now. Like
Chase
it was like
Torch as well, right?
Yeah.
It was like a fine roster to.
Wait, so who got first? Okay, first was Twisted Minds. You got second.
Yeah, that was TM's era before.
ENCE was second again. Yeah.
It's a second.
And then obviously stage 2 was the golden SSG era. And
how was TM so good? How did TM get first?
TM had Aura when they had
Amalgam era, right?
Oh.
Or maybe Ram.
It was between
matchup?
Ram and Malga. They played. It was some Ram, some Malga, and they just had ENCE's number on it.
Oh,
that team was so fucking good with KSA, dude. Like,
ENCE made Kevster play like, I think it was like May or something. Yeah. Oh yeah, Sim. I remember like. I just remember that happening because I think Lenny was talking about it. And you say that Kevster was pissed that he was forced to play Symmetra.
That was Gumba Theory, no?
Yeah, it was
Gumba
at the head of the
yeah, classic.
It was bad times. Actually, I remember when we were first team, we streamed Twisted Minds, and they just played like Maga Symmetra, and we got shit on for like 5 maps. We actually had no answer. I'm pretty sure I just stopped caring. Like we were playing like Doom Lucio comp into like Maga Sim, and it's just so much effort to beat Symmetra comp. Like they just have beat Sim wall. Their Symmetra's hard calming, like TP here. There's a fucking turret in every corner. I think playing for Symmetra has to be the most annoying thing. I'm actually kind of happy Ferris shits on Symmetra.
I'm not.
No, I'm really happy. I think you guys at Twisted Minds, your Symmetra bullshit, it feels so unrewarding to lose to. I like Symbol is just a free.
I hate when teams actually try to use team play instead of just fucking playing characters that shoot out the sky.
Yeah.
Tail Larry, the most OP hero in the game. He's really, fun. Like, people are like, oh, nice. Vega's got another ult from the sky. Like he's impossible to miss with.
It's really skillful TPing. It's just so skillful.
Then try it. Do it. I dare you. Be a sim team.
All it does it just takes someone to say, "Oh, I'm keeping here." Someone take that.
Yeah, do it then. It's easy. Do it.
No, it takes no skill.
Yeah, no skill.
DPS players.
No skill.
I know. I take shots. You guys are just placing a TP on the ground. No, it really is not. It's not skill. And then you put a symbol, fucking hamburger hot dog style on the cart. What are we supposed to do? It's cat fight. There's a symbol on cart. Every other fight you have Kiriko or B. It's so cancer.
That's why loads of teams were just really easy. Just pick the no skill and win, right? Like just most teams just decided not to pick it.
If you guys don't want to take the skill matchup, it's fine. I get it. I mean, you guys tried to.
I mean, if you guys can't communicate and don't want to take the communication matchup, that's fine too. You know, I don't care.
You tried to play Brigana too.
This is like AT theory.
No. You guys don't want to see the skill matchup. It's all good.
This is literally AT theory, where it's like, you know, when AT would win, those were the high skill matchups, and when AT would lose, it was because they were dishonest comps, and it was actually super relevant when they lost in those matchups because they were dishonest. That's what you're saying, dude.
No one in Korea plays Symmetra either. It's just dishonest, bro. It actually
yeah,
is.
yeah, there we go.
No, it is. I mean,
welcome back, American Tornadoes.
The thing is, a good team will beat Symmetra, but a bad team will lose to Symmetra. You know, it's like cheese. There's like a power cutoff. You know, like
fucking Saudi won the World Cup on Symmetra. Nothing but bad teams at the World Cup.
I'm telling you, bro. It's just Team China, bro. Team China. I mean, you're right. They beat Falcons and they'll lose to every other team. That's how it was. No, seriously, I'm actually tired of Symmetra bullshit. It is so boring. If she gets buffed again, I don't know. We're playing Pharmacy.
I mean, yeah, they need to fucking kill Farah, please. Please kill Farah.
One more nerf.
Yeah. 2 more nerfs.
3 more nerfs.
All right, so it seems my attempt to create harmony has actually created more divide. more divide now, Niz. So I'll try one more time. This one will surely unite us because this team still has more recent relevance and has maybe taken an even more spectacular downfall from EXO since it's the same core of players. Another team that managed to find themselves walking out of groups very early was, of course, the Gaming Gladiators. Fresh off their time at the Esports World Cup, their Korea boot camp, they found a way to lose to Aoma, who do have 2 Korean imports, but surely this wasn't possible.
Oh, one-man army. Okay.
Comp gap from
no level 1 Krog, no win. That's my take. Level 1 Krog was the glue.
Was Naga on Pharaoh? No, I'm pretty sure that guy is the best Pharaoh in the world. I'm like dead serious. That's why they were so good at mod comp, but they're shit at everything else.
No, my feeling from the mental, the coach of Chris, the head of Chris Tiefa, the mental expert, was I think that when they had that one Peps comp run where they looked pretty good in scrims and they did okay at the EWC and all of that. I think their expectations for themselves as a team, they power ranked themselves somewhere really near the top. And I think when maybe they were performing in my opinion, where they should be performing, I think it was hard for them to take. And then whenever you start to go on that downward trajectory, you have to be a really strong team to not mental boom. But my feeling is they didn't not mental boom.
Well, after this, they then forfeited the rest of their Faceit games, right? They had already qualified for the Faceit playoffs, but they forfeited the rest of the games, I think, to take an extended break.
Yeah.
What?
Which is not a great sign of...
I mean, that does seem to point towards the boomage of the mental.
I mean, I thought that was the best thing ever, where it's like the team that is classically regarded as the French team in Europe and is headed by Ben Vest, one of the most iconic French players of all time. In the face of adversity, their immediate response was to forfeit.
The flag was out.
Yeah, no, genuinely, it's like we're getting shit on right now, and fucking Ben just waves the white flag insta, and it's like get the fuck out of here. I remember I was supposed to be co-streaming Gaming Gladiators vs VP or something, and then I start getting messages in the chat about an hour before, I've just gone live for it, and then Euros start fucking trickling into the chat and being they're not showing up today. They're forfeiting. It's they're forfeiting to save mental. And it's oh, for fuck's sake.
That's so crazy. All the players are there too. I feel like that could have been a good match. VP versus Peps.
I mean, it actually wouldn't have been though, because VP would have just shit down their throats because fucking Peps actually sucks.
Yeah, there's no way they forfeit before a match they could it's a sort of win, have a chance. I've never seen a team forfeit. That's actually
you haven't followed the French scene enough, then clearly.
That is true. I think I need to get into the lower EMEA.
Dude, it's page 1 of the French playbook.
To be fair, I feel like lower NA is so much more entertaining than lower EMEA. Maybe because I have friends in lower NA, but I
think you got this massive bias, but I feel it too, where it's just I couldn't give a shit about. The thing is, lower EMEA is kind watching. I love.
But this was groups. This is it was before the main event. This is for low.
What's below cum low? Does anyone know?
Pepsla. I found it quite good, like watching, like you've got these Korean imports in this fucking nonsense roster in Europe, and then you've just got like Theomatic just jumping and throwing every single time he presses left shift. Like that's kind of funny to me. Like Top Dragon will kill someone, solo kill someone to open up the fight, and the Theomatic will solo kill himself. It's like, oh my god. Even Dolphin walks up in main, puts his shield down in front of the Widow and gets headshot. It's like, there's just no way. There's just no way this is a real match. Like,
and then they win 3-1.
Yeah. It's gross.
What's next now for Gaming Gladiators then? Because presumably they've had their mental health retreat, right? Are they coming back and it's all sorted?
Yeah, I have zero insider information, literally zero. This isn't leaked. I guarantee it's roster changes.
They're going to Cancun and they're coming back for stage 4.
No, I guarantee someone's fucking kicked. Like, I guarantee for stage 4 someone's kicked. It just feels like that's the...
Who do they kick on that team? Who's like the weakest player? I feel like FD God is a top dog on Lucio. He can't be kicked.
Actually,
I don't.
It can't be the DPS, right? I think the DPS for sure would like EXO.
EXO's really good, yeah. But I don't know.
I guess it has to be the supports, unless like who do you replace? I don't think you're going to replace Treads. I guarantee stage 4.
Do you think it's just Johan targeted again? Because they had Johan played like the tail end of stage 2, then Crook played Esports World Cup, then Crook was killed, Johan comes in, then we go out in groups. Just keep killing flex supports until you're good.
Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it.
I think they bring level 1 Krug back and they're just fine again.
It's a Krug redemption.
Dude, it's a Krug redemption for sure. He's good for it. Quietly the glue. Very quietly.
So quietly you might have... I know he's Bulgarian. I think. French, right? Hungarian? Bulgarian? Hungarian.
He's Hungarian.
Only one player is French, I think, no?
It's just it's just
FD. French team.
FD God. Is it? Studio is Spain.
Spanish.
Isn't Naga French?
Yeah. No, Danish.
Danish. I was insanely
Ben is French as well, right? Ben is head coach and he's French. Is Le Renegade still there as well? They've got French staff.
He's head coach. Le Renegade's head coach, not Ben.
Oh, sorry.
I saw that guy at Esports World Cup. He coached me on Wisp when we got 4th place, I think. It was during that time. We had Malthol. Playing Malthol was a treat. That guy was way too good.
It's good for 1-for-1.
No, actually, I remember this one tournament. It was versus like Kappa Odyssey. It was like Odyssey, but they had ICN instead of Vulcan. And it was like grand finals, and we actually reverse swept them, and we got 1st place. Those were crazy times. Malthol actually was the glue. And then he gets to Paris, and the whole Paris team was like so shit. It's whatever.
Then to round up EMEA, I guess it's actually finally the Rise events. They finished 2nd, stage 1, 2nd, stage 2. A reasonable Esports World Cup until they got the Crazy Raccoon death order sent to their door. And then finally, 1st place, maybe the redemption for Kellex, who has now played 2 stages, one with TM, won it, off for stage 2, comes back stage 3, wins stage 3, currently unbeaten for stages alongside Toronto as Kellex. And they actually just seem pretty legit right now. Good meta for them, but everyone playing well, everything just seems to be going their way.
I think if you want to talk about glue, to stop taking the piss about level 1 Krug, Kellex is like one of the gluiest players ever, dude. Like that guy is a genuine fucking winner in terms of the way that he behaves on teams. Like I saw it on Twisted where it's like, he may seem like a bit of a chilled dude, not super invested in the game, whatever, but he's actually like an exceptionally good teammate. He's good for the vibe. He's good for like actually finding conditions to win. He's good for getting people on the same page. He's genuinely like a very good person for that main support role where, if you're not going to be a mechanical monster like Vega taking off everyone's head on Illari and whatnot, you definitely want to have someone like Kellex on the team. Kellex is extremely gluey. And then he is really good at Lucio too, like he's consistently been like one of the top Lucios in Europe since forever, Maybe he hasn't had like the star performances of Funny Astro like ever really, but he's always just been consistently good. So I think that like picking up him over Massa, like no hate to Massa or whatever, but I mean Massa was probably one of the weaker players on that roster. He was like really, really past prime, he would feed a lot, stuff like that. So I think getting someone that's like really good for the vibes, really good for like finding win conditions and like actually like a solid leader when you need it, I think that's like a big bonus for ENCE. And then obviously they got like one of the best metas possible for them, where like one of Sky's strengths is like the fact that he can actually play Ana, which is a bit of a rarity in the EMEA region, I'd say. And then Kellex can just one trick Lucio everywhere. They can play D.Va everywhere. Kev can play everything. So most metas are good for Kev unless it's a rush meta. And it I think it worked out perfectly for them meta-wise, but also just like Kellex fucking ace, like really, really good to get the glue player in when,
I feel it's so weird because I don't know why he didn't play stage 2, but I mean, Kelly's been playing for so long, and I mean, you're right. I mean, he actually does win like every tournament. He's pretty good. So.
And then Twisted fucking mega turbo flopped the second he left as well. Like he didn't want to play with Twisted anymore or something, and then he's out of there, and then straight away that roster like completely falls apart. Like Kellex takes a break, fucking KSA disappears into the ether forever. It all just falls apart straight away. So definition of glue, so sticky.
All right, pause.
No, I mean, I think you're exactly right. I think that backline has always had question marks. I think like Massa and Ghost at times, but now I think Sky Kellex is really, really, really solid. And now like the rest of the team can carry, especially when they're on their God Hero. So I think this is the best version of ENCE that we've seen. But we're going to beat them in stage 4, so cheers.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. Honestly, I think VP's winning stage 4. I think
no way.
It changes every season. I think Gala's
that would actually be good. If all 4 stages had 4 different winners, it would actually be kind of cool for EU, but it's not happening.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. Does a VP have like tank issue? Like they need like a main tank or?
Yeah, I don't know. VP is really weird because I mean, again, like from our scrimmage, they didn't feel that strong, and I think they clearly have like, in theory, they have like lineup difficulties. But I feel like actually, like even in the grand finals, they look super fucking solid versus ENCE. Like they pushed them pretty far.
Yeah, thing is, I don't think this meta is good for VP because they're not playing Mario. I don't think Kiri's good. I think, I don't think like Ana Kiri or Bap Kiri is good. It's never been good. I feel like everyone's trying to like play Ana Kiri and Bap Kiri. It's just like it's such a mediocre comp. Like you need to have so much skill to make it like somewhat work against just like any main sport.
So yeah, I don't know. I think unfortunately, I think VP are pretty good. It pisses me off too, but I mean that's how the cookie crumbles. Shockwave like shows up to scrims once a week because he's always fucking shagging and like he's literally never in scrims and he just fucking never plays ranked and he just shows up on game day and wins. It really pisses me off. But
sorry guys, can't play today. I'm shagging.
Yeah, I feel like Shockwave's actually really he plays NA rank. Sometimes they'll just take over lobbies. I think he's actually really
on Ashe like. He's like so fucking lucky that Ashe is like hard meta at the moment, but if it gets nerfed, then we'll see. I mean, Sauna
he went off on Widow, no? This is like performance. Yeah, I feel like this is the best Widow I've seen, like best Widow tournament from Shockwave.
I didn't agree where you're saying Spark can just go Widow and Junkertown and shun Shockwave. I don't think that's true. I think Shockwave's pretty good with Widow. I think honestly though, I think all the EU hit scans are pretty good. I think hit scans by far the best EU role. Maybe flexing.
I mean, it has pretty like
in terms of depth, yeah.
Top few, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Sparker would shit on Shockwave, yeah. But I mean, I think
shit on Kai on Circuit. Like, I was really surprised by that. Like, they go to Circuit Royale, and then Kai was just getting fucking dominated by like just again and again and again. I think it like swung later in the series, but Shockwave had this like insane fucking opening on Widow, and it was like, what the fuck? Yeah, you never see this.
I think same with Sauna as well. I feel like he's just steadily started just playing really well, and all of a sudden, maybe like if you asked me 3 months ago how high I'd rate like the Sauna Shockwave DPS duo, I'd say like they're good players, but a lot of the other teams have better ones. Like Twisted Minds have a better one, SSG, ENCE all have a better one, but now suddenly Shockwave and Sauna really competitive with I think most of these.
Yeah.
And scrims too, Sauna was feeding so hard, like actually like actively running it down, but on game day he was there, when they needed him most. So fair play to both of them, I suppose.
Then we lost him.
I think he's dead.
Oh well, it can happen. He said something, but I didn't quite catch it. But I'm sure it wasn't important. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm not fine. Everything's fine.
You've convinced me.
Yeah, no.
The only other thing worth talking about of ENCE is they also did make a roster move more recently where they actually, because they held on to Massa. They held on to Massa for a little bit and they've only recently let him go. And the reason they did this was they wanted to keep Massa circuit points. So Massa was originally going to join SR Peak Check, the Cloudy team, for Fishing Boys going for one more ride. But then Massa wasn't allowed to go because ENCE wanted to keep him. And then they've now realised, don't need Massa, get rid of him. But wasn't this always true? Like, they never were going to get access to Massa's circuit points because he wouldn't have played enough maps above Kellex to be a core roster member. So they kept...
I think they didn't understand how it worked.
Yeah, they didn't understand how it worked. Keep Massa in contract jail, deny him joining a team with all his friends, at which point Cloudy obviously makes the only reasonable decision is to get another main support in. They get Cronus in. So now Massa is available. I think Cloudy said it on stream. Obviously, he doesn't want to kick Cronus because everyone likes Cronus. Everyone gets on with Cronus. And they've just created this really weird situation from maybe an EMEA classic of not reading or not understanding the rules.
Sucks to suck. Sucks when your boss doesn't read the rules and then makes contract decisions around it. Like,
happens.
It's happened before.
It can happen.
Happens.
I don't know. There's like one or two per year, I suppose. You know, you get your EXO moment, you get your ENCE moment. They gave Massa like a really, really like positive farewell tweet. You know, I saw like when they released him. You know, like I don't know if it's the owner of ENCE or some manager of ENCE giving some quote retweet with like all this positive sentiments. But I struggle to believe that Massa has positive sentiments towards him after what just happened to him in this past stage. Maybe I'm wrong for that. Maybe I'm misreading the situation. Maybe he doesn't care that much. But it does feel like they royally fucked him, you know? Just keeping him in contract jail with no understanding of how circle points
for no reason.
I think for Massa, the worst part is he did he not quit his actual 9-to-5 job to do ENCE like full time? You remember? Because like at the start, like stage 1, he was like still juggling the 9-to-5. So I guess that's the worst thing is he quits their job. Like I guess I don't know.
He made like a big personal sacrifice for it. And then they fucked him at the end. Maybe he still got paid for it, you know, right through to the end. So maybe there is like an upside there for him. And then he got paid to do nothing. But I'm sure that he would have preferred to play with his friends and go back to having a job rather than, you know, being in jail, fishing on stream.
Oh, well, why didn't he go to EWC? It was actually like he was boycotting it or to like separate reason? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he I think he has some pretty large beef with the Saudi scene after how Cloudy got the mega ban.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. He's like, I think Massa's like one of the only ones that like stood on principles and is like definitely in a position where he like really kind of like probably like needed that money or like would have like massively benefited from having that money, but he stood on principles and didn't go anyway. You know, a lot of people kind of like bowed out of it, but are in positions where it's like, oh, maybe it's not the biggest deal, but like Massa, you know, he did something that was like pretty substantial in terms of standing out. Like as a competitor, you know, like you're a competitor, you qualify and then you don't go. I think is he the only person that did that?
I think so. To be fair,
I think so. Yeah,
because you know, I don't think we can classify Ariel as having done that just quietly. But yeah,
bowed out on a different set of principles. I think. All right. Have we missed anything from recent news? OWCS covered everything.
Yeah, no. I mean, Vega's probably thinking like, "Fuck, it's finally over. I'm free." But now you're about to torture him with some more.
There's always more.
Segment.
So
is this the quiz?
No,
nowhere near the quiz yet, mate.
Oh god,
we're 2 hours over. Don't worry.
I told this guy like we'll get it done in 2 hours for you. It's like holy fuck, we're gonna move.
Just
all right.
Make it.
I'm so hungry, bro. The only thing on my mind right now is getting some fucking food, bro.
We'll speed run this.
So I think one thing we want to ask about, because we always ask about Overwatch League type stuff when we have relevant people. Obviously, you never made it to Overwatch League, and I don't really know the full situation, but you were going to be on Shock for a period of time, and then it got cancelled. So walk us through it, because I don't actually know the full situation. What happened from your perspective?
I mean, so at the time, it was like Shock in Toronto. I was talking to both of them. I got both contracts, and then I showed my parents, whatever, and I think we got the contract signed like really fast, honestly. So I chose to go with Shock, even though it's less money than Toronto. But I just thought Shock had a better chance of winning. And before I signed the contract too, I asked I think it was Packing 10. I asked him like, oh, here's my age, here's my situation. I'm 17, but I just turned 17. Can I play? And they said, yeah, that's fine. So I asked him, and then we sent the contract in, and then gets denied. But before that happened, before I sent the contract in, I got offered by NYXL2, and I basically told them like, I'm like already gonna go to Shock or Toronto unless they can offer me like a lot of money, and they couldn't. I think my theory is, to be honest, I think this is actually true. I think I'm not sure how true it is. It's just going off a limb. I think Nugget, he like complained to the OWL people about my eligibility because I didn't want to go for NYXL. So I think he actually kind of fucked me over. That's my theory.
I like that.
And I think
I like that. No, that's the fact. That's the
that might be a
order.
fact. But
That's what's
there's no other reason I couldn't go. There's actually no other reason, because the fact I like asked and I told them my exact situation, like everything, and I confirmed it with Packing 10, and even
Was it Sean Miller or Packing 10? Because I feel like Packing 10 was working for chess.com.
Yeah, I think it was Packing 10, and then also Chris Bugnasty, he confirmed with someone else. Like literally asking the exact same thing. We confirmed with 2 people, and then we actually sent it in. I guess the third person like, nope, I can't do it. So I mean, that happened. I mean, to be honest, like if I did join, we still would have had a shit season. It honestly probably would have been like a bad showing, but I think any experience is a good experience. And also, I did just get robbed of however much money. I mean, I literally signed the contract and I just got robbed, basically. I would have taken all the money I could have got. I mean, I'm poor. After this, I'm going to be homeless, to be honest. So.
Thank you, Overwatch League, for making a young man homeless.
Thank you, Nugget.
The thing is, I dropped out of college. I'm actually cooked after this season. If I don't get re-signed, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I might become like an artist, maybe Picasso. Go to the mountains.
Like a performing artist or something?
No, I mean, I think I might be a painter. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Might do some weird job. I might honestly get into door dashing. I'd have to get my driver's license first, though. So.
Get into door dashing. That could be like a promising career for you. So I think
it's actually funny because I would actually, from a career, I would recommend it far more than what you're doing now.
Yeah, from a sustainability standpoint, people are always going to need personal taxis for their food. So you're set on that front.
That's true.
God. Yeah, okay. So you just got put through the ringer of being offered 3 different contracts, signing one of them, and then just having it taken away from you after you were already completely convinced you were in the Overwatch League.
There needs to be like a deep dive investigation. I actually need to know if this like Nugget lore is true. I genuinely do believe it. I believe it on my heart. Yeah,
it's true. Don't worry.
It's true.
I
talked to Nugget the other day. He was saying, "Yeah,
he was laughing I actually
did
about
that Kid Vegas so dirty." Like, yeah. Do you want me to ask
actually, you know what? Actually, I'm pretty sure because Doug Nasty also told me that one of the like OWL people were like complaining about it. So I think. That's why I also thought it was true. It's not just like a random assumption.
There's still like a 10% chance it was Albert too. Like he might have actually still like had.
Yeah, it could have been Albert.
Just gets involved, completely unrelated, but decides to get involved in case there's any chance Shock turn their season around, just in case.
Class. Yeah, I think the other like interesting thing to talk about from like the past in your career is the fact that like. Coming into Toronto, like at the start of the year, I suppose before you joined Toronto, I'd say that maybe you didn't have the greatest reputation as a player. I think that like in the North American scene, I don't know how much you felt this personally, but I felt that there was a lot of sentiment that you were like, just for like borderline no reason at all. Everyone was like, this Vega guy is so shit. This Vega guy is so overrated. And I don't know if you like felt that like people saying that to you, or if that's just something that people would sook about behind your back or whatever. I remember like lots of sentiments of people being like, oh, this guy's brain dead. He's shit at Lucio. He's just like an aim one trick. He's so dumb. He's a choker. Everyone said you were a match choker. And I remember watching your Flash Ops games and I was like, oh wow, this guy really is a choker. Because you had like the worst fucking beat drops in the entire universe in the Flash Ops tournament. It was like, holy shit. You were trying to will your team to defeat every time you pressed ult. It was crazy. But I feel like you've had this massive vindication this year where like, because you've had fucking actually like winning results now in Toronto, you've gone crazy far at EWC. Maybe it was all smoke and mirrors, but I'm kind of curious as to how that feels like from your perspective, whether you feel you were a choker or shit or whatever.
I mean, I feel like every player like didn't play that good in matches, but I will say this only happened after I left Odyssey to join Saints. So I left Odyssey to join Saints like, it was day of roster lock. Me and CJ both left because we thought Saints was better. I mean, they had like Mikey, Tree, False, and like they're just like very like appealing players to play with. And I mean, honestly, once that happened, bro, we were just cooked, bro. I remember like I was so sad because I would look at like Reddit, I would look at social media, and there's literally like Bob Billy Joe 09. He's like typing on Reddit, like, if you guys have ever spent a minute with Vega, he's just a horrible person. I mean, these people, like, I don't know how on Reddit, they all know me. They all know me personally. They're just like, yeah, I mean, this guy, he just killed 10 children. I mean, it just makes sense. I think I got like such a bad rep after that. And I mean, to be honest, like, I actually don't remember Flash Ops that well, but we still won 4-3, and I'm pretty sure I definitely gapped OG because he got picked twice as much as me. So, I mean, but I think, like, to be honest, I think it was only after Dallas, like, we started playing good in matches. I mean, we played, like, good online, too, like, in online matches, but obviously Dallas was, like, my first LAN experience, and then EWC, I just, like, my issue with Dallas, I just took it like too seriously. I was too locked in. Like, we'd scrim, we were so against scrims. We would literally like 6-0 like the top teams, and it's so weird. Like, we go into crazy raccoons in Dallas, and I'm just thinking, yeah, if we play like we're like how we've been playing, we're just gonna 3-0, and we just get shit on, and then we lose to ENCE. I mean, it just had to happen. It's like, it's how the world balances, you know. Like, things just happen for a reason. So,
a universe theory, some would say.
Yeah,
no.
We know all about universe theory here. Okay, but do you think there's still like some shades of it? Maybe it's more of a team-wide issue than just a Vega issue. Because I mean, like with this most recent OWCS, it's like you guys had this expectation of like, we're gonna fucking roll in, we're gonna 3-0 everyone, it's gonna be easy, and then you manage to go so fucking close. Like, you lose the NRG Shock, you go really close with Nightmare. Like, do you guys struggle with like pressure internally or something? Because I thought it was like such a veteran roster that, like, you know, it's not possible. Like, do you feel that you personally like struggle with that pressure, or is it not actually something that you like think about all that much?
I think when we actually prepare for like the lower teams, like, we're fine. But honestly, since we went in like not prepared, and like eventually like, things did go wrong, like, I don't know, we didn't play that good, to be honest, but we still won. So win is a win. That's my favorite words.
It's a grain in the shade.
I will say, like, I think I definitely still have like a ton of haters there, because I'll go on YouTube, like OBS Sojourn POV. I'll go to like some of my VODs, and some of the matches are like, why are you recording the VOD of the most shitty player in the world? You know, like, there's just so many comments. Like, dude, even on Twitter, I actually have so many people on Twitter. It's just bad. But I think now, like, I actually have a lot of like people. So,
baby killing be damned. This guy can play Alari. Like, that's the end.
Yeah. Some believers.
Do you think you get a disproportionate amount? Because like, when anything goes wrong for Toronto, what people hate is if it's some sort of like vague intangible problem. What they love is when they can say a player's name and go, oh yeah, funny Astro ruined this game for SSG, it's his fault. And when you look at the Toronto roster, there's like 4 super established Overwatch League players, and then you're the newest guy. So do you feel like you sometimes get like a disproportionate amount of hate compared to like when the whole team underperforms?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when we were in Dallas, like, honestly, I didn't play that good, but I don't think anyone on our team played that good. Like, we just played like really shit in general, and I mean, every comment was about me. Literally every comment. I mean, I did play shit, but I don't think it was like as disproportionate to like everyone else. You know, our whole team played like shit. Like, there's no excuse for us losing that bad. So, it's just how the cookie crumbles. But I think now it's getting better. So. Also, I mean, I honestly, I don't care like anymore. I think before I used to care, but now it's just like, whatever. We're making millions in Overwatch, I guess. So,
one sec.
I think as well, there's some players who get like, a pass. Like, I feel like if you think to that, like Shambali or against NRG, where you get full held, I feel like someone does like the classic 1 jump, 1 death Winston for like 3 fights in a row. But because because he has the reputation as someone, it's just brushed off or something, or like it doesn't stick with him. I feel like certain players.
On any mixed roster, the Koreans will never be to blame, no matter what happens. Like, we'll always be one of the fucking white guys for sure. Actually, I feel like too, once people like make their mind up about who the problem is, then that's just it done. You know, like, it doesn't. Like,
yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah. So whenever you got painted like with the brush at the start, you're just stuck with it, unfortunately.
Yeah, because after Dallas, it was me and Lenny getting blamed like by far the most.
Yeah.
But that's how it works.
Well, you can't blame the chance.
I guess
You know?
SSG best in the West. They're unbeatable. So
For a time. We had our day.
after Hadi tweeted that, it was like negative karma. I don't like building negative karma, but when he tweeted he's the best in the West, I think like everyone in Toronto just had like their blood is boiling. We just wanted to kill SSG, like we just couldn't have it happen. I think in that sense, I think Toronto and SSG, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I don't know, sometimes we just want to strangle you guys. So
we feel, to be honest, like even in the like ever since Hero Band, we just get strangled. To be honest, like I'd love to argue and fight back, but our win rate versus you is like fucking like so low. Like you guys destroy us. Like even in EWC, we would scrim against Crazy Raccoons and Falcons, but you guys would always beat us more than them. We always like you guys. Are
I heard that in EWC, you guys like beat Crazy Raccoons in one scrim. We always got shit on by Crazy Raccoons.
Honestly, not even trying to do we can get another Christie Ever Cup section, but in EWC, every single team, like our scrim results were really, really solid, except Toronto. Toronto was always the worst scrim, always. Crazy Raccoons, it was always like lost 2-3, lost 2-3, and then the last one we won 3-2. Falcons, I think we beat them.
You played them once, beat them, yeah.
Yeah, LG. Like they're always close, but then Toronto. You guys could just. You guys were just #too flexible. Like you always had that one swap that like there were certain comps we couldn't beat, and then they were like double flex and dive, and you guys were just low key insane at both. So you were just like a horrible matchup for us.
Yeah, EWC, we lost all our scrims and they good. Scrims don't matter.
That's true.
I was gonna say something else. I just completely forgot what I was gonna say. It just happens.
Was it about a quiz?
No. It was honestly, it was something I was gonna break the internet for like a minute, but I just completely forgot about it.
Oh wow.
Should we hold for it?
No, go on. If it comes back, I'll say. I
just
don't know how
it comes back.
All right then. Any more for any more, or are we quiz ready?
I think we're good to quiz.
All right. Okay. So today
I always skip on the quiz part. I don't know how this works.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
This fucking guy.
You thought you got hate before Vega in the comments? The comment section in this video, this is the most hate you're ever gonna get. You say you skip the quiz.
Yeah, everyone type Vega L now. L Vega. I don't know which way the kids did it. Type that shit now for this disrespect. And make sure you include the quiz timestamp just before I said that for all the fans to skip to the quiz so they can all see which is most of our audience. All right, okay, so today's quiz, it's kind of a throwback quiz. I haven't done one of these in a while. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the most successful North American players of all time. I had this feeling somewhere that I'd done it before, but I think I didn't. In Overwatch League history, the usual criteria, they have to have played more than 50 maps, and I'm going off win percentage, so the highest win percentage. If we've done this one, I swear, I don't think we've done this before, so let's go.
Let's start.
Oh,
Vega.
You just start, Vega.
So pick a North American player which you think has the highest win rate across Overwatch League history.
Like current or
like in the history of from season 1?
It's either
Overwatch
Super,
League,
right?
Only Overwatch League. Not after that, I have no stats.
It's Super, no?
Okay,
it's
Super
like
is
10 people or something.
Yeah, we're a list of 10. Super is second place. He played 322, had a 68% win rate.
You and me, Xavier.
I can
we'll
go.
go Unter.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
We can't. There's so lack of no harmony in this today. So much conflict.
Yeah. All right, Moth.
Yeah, third place. Actually, has the same win rate, 68%, but played 100 more games. So fair play to Moth, keeping that up.
Well, the obvious choice is Sinatra.
Yeah, it's a throw.
No, I got nothing to add to that, but
yeah,
Sinatra.
Yeah, it's a throwback for many ways. But number one is Sinatra, and of course, as always, no comment on that one.
Any comments to add, Vega? Or
you got any comments about Sinatra?
I got no comments.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did Chris go next, or is it me?
Chris
you go.
Yeah, okay. I'm not an old head. I think Kaluch.
Yeah, okay. So Kaluch made it 6th place. Also had over 200 games played, 60% win rate. So once you start to get off the big three on Shock, the win rate starts to struggle a little bit.
Reiner.
Yeah, Reiner 4th place. Actually, also pretty good, 67% win rate.
So
I was going to say, Space.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't think Space is on this list. I don't know when he started to lose or if he did start to lose, but when
Is he like held down by Valiant or something at the start, maybe?
they did well at the start. He was good on Valiant. Actually, they had a second. Bad, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought.
But at least, according to my stats, he's not in the top 100. Or the top 10.
Oh, the top 100, fuck.
I probably made the top 100.
Oh, wait. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think Hawk. It has to be Hawk.
Also, Hawk is not on the list.
What? Where?
My sources. I mean, Max is going.
He's cheating. 100% Hunter's cheating. He's got a list somewhere that he's trying to hide off camera. He's got a list of all the top NA players.
The old lady came knocking. So did he just swing and miss and it wasn't Hawk?
It wasn't Hawk.
It wasn't Hawk. Well, if it wasn't Hawk, then I feel like Gator feels like a crazy shout, but I'm going to go with Gator anyway.
Okay, so Gator was 10th, so Gator just sneaked in. So presumably somewhere Hawk must be just below Gator. Oh, but fuck it. Because
Gator played before Hawk, and then Hawk had a really bad breakout season, and then Hawk played more later. Well, he should have won more later.
Gator only 56% win rate, but you still made the top 10.
It's good for it. Wow.
Is it RuPaul?
Yeah,
RuPaul 5th place, 60% win rate. So now you've got 3 to go. Some fun ones.
Fun ones?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
Landon?
No, Landon, not on the list.
Agilities, maybe? No, he's had too many losses.
No, also no.
He's Canadian too, I think.
Yeah. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, I mean,
those Canadians count. We let them in.
Okay.
Wait, you're kidding.
No, North Americans count. Mexicans too, if you can think of any Mexican players with 50 map wins.
It's Nomi for sure.
Could be.
Is it someone like Raucous or something?
Nope.
No.
You're actually unbelievably close.
Where was he?
Wrong.
Oh, wait. As in, who else was on that team?
But what team was Raucous on?
Outlaws.
This is way before you were born.
Oh.
Dante probably has a negative win rate in the league.
Okay, I think I've got one. But you go, Vega.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest. I've been thinking of a player this whole time, but I don't know. I literally can't find a player.
Okay. We can maybe start the shouting out.
I mean, the thing is, like, I'm gonna say someone I just know, like, their win rate is so low.
Go on.
Right? Is it? I feel like Jake, but I feel like Jake has like a 30% win rate or something.
Thank God.
It's like the opposite of Jake.
Opposite of Jake.
Is it Dante? Like, it can't be Dante.
No,
like,
we have 3 players to go.
What, is it?
2 of them are the opposite of Jake, and one of them is not the opposite of Jake.
I really don't know what you mean by the opposite of Jake.
What does it mean to be the opposite?
What's the opposite of Jake? I was going to go with Corey, though.
Nope.
He lost fucking always.
Did he? He had like a hot streak.
Yeah.
Anyone just shout though. If you get a name, shout it out.
It's like we're reaching too far into the past now, we're challenging the memory.
Let's say, okay, here's a clue. 2 out of the 3 of them are effectively permabanned from competing.
Oh, okay. OG?
No.
I was going to say Sam.
Oh,
yes,
no,
Sam.
Mikey.
No, not Mikey, but Sam is 7th place, just over.
Dude, there's so many permabanned American players.
And there's another one. There's another fucking big permabanned one that we've missed.
Hmm.
You got to really go back. OG. The OG bad boy of the league. Loves
APB?
children.
Oh, Dream Casper!
Oh,
Fuck.
There you go.
Jeez, that's so old. Loved children.
Good hint.
It's like
You got it right.
you know?
Oh my god.
And then the
Okay,
ninth
so one more.
Yeah, and this guy, as far as I'm aware, has not done anything to throw his reputation in the trash.
He's saying this guy was
Like-
ninth.
Yeah, ninth. I'd be shocked if you got this. Really shocked. But I'll give you all one more go before I reveal it.
Any like role hints or something? Like
Okay, yeah, support player.
UV.
No, really
Oh.
old school. Season one, really season one.
a season 1 American support player.
Oh God.
Canadian.
And it
support,
wasn't
Canadian.
Raucous.
And it's not Rolf, because Rolf is like,
Super
horrifically
losing.
shit.
Yeah.
Canadian support player from season 1.
Who even was?
He played with Raucus, I think.
Not Boink.
No,
Not
not Boink.
Boink.
It was
Banny.
yes.
Banny.
I couldn't think of a name in time.
According to the stats,
That's
Banny
brilliant.
is the ninth. He had a 57% win rate.
How did he have a
123
50?
games played. Houston were quite good in season 1, I think. They were like, did they not win a... Oh no, did Valiant win a stage? I don't know.
Valiant
But-
won the 4th stage, I think.
Yeah, but anyway, this is what the stats say. So yeah, there you go. Only 3 cancelled players make up America's top 10 Hall of Fame. So
And,
it's only a
that guy
30% win rate.
the guy he coaches UTD in collegiate. It's like a
Who?
pretty good team, but
Banny
He's
or
still-
Dream Casper?
oh yeah, Dream Casper.
Oh.
I'm glad he got a
You're
job
still on the
working with the
team.
youth of today.
He really wanted to
He graduated from children now. Now he does young adults.
It's trending in the right direction, at least.
I think technically far more respectable.
if
You
we were
got to pay the growth, you know.
all you can do is do better than yesterday, Max. Come on.
Shout out Dreamcast.
No, there's not shouting that out. Do you know when he tried to come back? Like he tried to just come back to streaming afterwards. He got fucking just decimated.
No, he made an apology, right? That was like a year after.
He made an apology, but then he started streaming again, and he like showed back up in the queues and started streaming because he didn't quit after he got cancelled. He just kept playing the game on a secret account without coming for like a year and a half.
We should
And then he
just
just one
boost,
day
right?
revealed.
You should just all you should do is just talk to Sado, get a boosting empire. Like that's the only way.
Tap in on the Empire.
Yeah.
Lovely.
All
All
right.
right.
Cheers.
Client of the week.
Client of the week.
I don't know. I know maybe you guys have got. I'm kind of cliented out. I've had a peaceful week. No, maybe I'm the client of the week.
And maybe Chris is the client of the week, you know, for making his team play on a brig for a stage.
And I feel like that might be true.
What else happened?
I mean, I'll take it.
Oh, we were going to do... Wait, there's
Oh,
maybe
the
two-
sauna.
The sauna one, yeah. Oh, let me see if I can... I don't know if you guys
It's
have
so
it.
fucking funny, isn't it?
It's just on the Virtus Pro
Never
Twitter,
seen
isn't it?
What percentage do you think he wrote? You think it's like 50?
Oh,
Zero.
the deadlock thing.
You think it's
0%.
actually zero? You think they just I've wrote a state yeah, you're right. Actually, here's what happened. The VP social bit says, "Can you write a statement about this?" And he says, "No." And he says, "Okay, if I do one for you, can I put your name to it?" And he says, "He put his
Yes.
thumb up like this."
Team fights around the mid boss or team spawns play out nicely. Like, come on, dude. Like, this is ChatGPT. Like, this is ChatGPT. I swear, it's just unreal.
There's no way.
It's
Someone has never
obviously
said
fake.
both games provide a drastically different experience. You know, what would be
Oh,
the-
that's Pavo. That's Pavo for
That's
sure.
Pavo all over.
You know what would be the funniest thing out of all of it? Would be so funny is if he actually just did write all of this. He just tried really
He was
hard.
just trying really hard.
He's actually really sophisticated, and you just and everyone's like, "No way did this guy write something so good."
What you have to do in your head is you have to picture the sound of a metal spoon hitting a bowl from about 5 foot in the air, followed
Sorry.
by Deadlock feels like a fresh new MOBA/FPS hybrid with a lower barrier of entry compared to other MOBAs. Cling.
That just has to be ChatGPT.
It has to be.
It's so bad. Thumbs up though.
They actually they
So-
didn't even try to make it like real.
So Sauna, client of the week for having a social media manager put him on a tweet that he probably didn't write. Or Chris.
Or is
I bet
Virtus
that-
Pro the client in this? For even going
Probably.
like bothering. to do
It
this.
is an awful tweet. So
I feel like the graphic too makes it look like it's like a statement, like he's retiring or something. Like it's
it does, right?
it doesn't look like he's just
Thanks.
writing about Deadlock. It's like way too formal for it. It's got like his little signature, his name.
It's like my side of the story, you know, like addressing the Deadlock allegations. Fucking hell.
If anyone's got it in them, a Photoshop here with some kind of apology tweet from Sauna would go, I think, pretty hard.
I like it, yeah.
That'd be insane.
It's got that hitchhiker's thumb, though. God damn.
Yeah, it does.
Trending.
Picking this guy up.
I do think that client of the week is probably the Brigana team.
Yeah, I think
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I really think.
Yeah.
I can
I
take
played
it.
Brigana and Tefera.
Client of the week with like a little honorable mention for Cope of the week as well, because
Yeah.
God, that was a crazy Cope segment this week. So
I mean, I'll also mention we only played Anna Brig on 3 maps, and we lost all the other ones, but they're the only ones you guys are going to remember. But cheers, I'll take client of the week.
I feel like it
Cheers to
doesn't
that.
fit the narrative, so let's discount those ones.
yeah, let's.
No,
put
we only
that
played
sentiment
it
to
on
the
2
side.
maps actually, but cheers to that, guys. What about like losing Lijiang? There's no client behavior for that. No, just fucking Anna. Yeah.
It was the
Anna
Anna Brig
Brig-
stuff.
Anna Brig on Junkertown. Why would we do that? Clearly, there's much better comps we could play. Cheers, client of the week, mate.
Enjoy your nomination, mate.
We'll do a special extended edition where Unter and Chris finally solve Junkertown first. All right, so yeah, client of the week, Chris in the bag, Sauna honorable mention, and then last segment, rank the guest.
Rank the guest.
Somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you can have input, Vega. Where would you put yourself?
Where I put myself?
There's so much
Dude,
below
how
here.
do you guys have 27 episodes, by the way?
Would-
I always
mean?
watch your I watched the podcast on the. Oh wait, you have the list right here. Wait, scroll up. Punk, Gumba, Crimson.
You'll know
Wait,
any of
what?
that, mate.
Was Punk
Who-
even competing at the time?
It was post competition, but he did like a really, really good storytelling of all of his hell years on Boston, getting tortured by Laurie and shit like that.
Sure.
He's
It's-
funny as fuck. So
It's really hard to overtake Punk without like several years of torture under your belt from
Yeah,
your
you
head
actually-
coach. Like you need.
Yeah, you had like one little moment with Shock, and you know some people on Twitter hate you, but like Punk, he went through the gauntlet and he made it fun.
Yeah. I honestly I have like barely any bad experiences in contenders. I'm just a contenders newbie.
Yeah, you're way too
I'm not
acceptable,
kidding.
you know.
I would get off school, play contenders. I'm just clocked out. It's done deal. Not a job. You can scroll
Yeah.
down the list, by the way. I read. I'm not that slow of a reader, but
Yeah, let's put us down to where we're gonna put him. You know. Somewhere.
Oh wait, this is a.
You're getting ranked. You're gonna
No.
wind up on this.
I thought this like an episode order, not in an actual rank.
Oh no, this
No,
is a
these
rank
are
order.
rankings for who was the most entertaining guest.
Wait, can you scroll down? Scroll down? Or is it end at 22?
This
episode's
it's
27.
it's cut off. Shockwave's also in there. I think there was one episode we had no guests. It also is possible the list is not complete. It wouldn't be the first
we're missing
scuffed issue
some,
we've
for
run
sure.
into.
What episode number are we on now?
27. We had one
Is it
episode that
27?
was just us. So in theory, this list should go to 26, but it goes to 23. Which the more astute will realise has a difference of about 3 between those two numbers.
I'm
Dude,
not a
oh,
numbers guy.
How is Danny so low? I feel like Danny would have like insane stories, but
Because
I
he's dry as fuck and he won't tell them.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I think
that's fair. He
both
might
of
be like
those
a
Danny's
jerk.
episodes were okay, but if you just look at the metric, everyone fucking hates Danny. Like he's actually like he has no aura, no pull whatsoever. We're never inviting him back.
Danny 3 coming soon. But
I
Never,
feel like
no.
I feel like can I put myself higher than Cass? I feel like I have to at least.
Where's
I mean, I don't
Cass
know why.
is 16,
I feel like we never
Oh,
give
Cass-
the guests the ability to choose, but we can.
I feel like Cass probably had good insight. I don't know. I feel like dude, Cass probably had good insight and good stories. I don't know how he's so low.
he's
I
the
mean,
safe player. He's a
He's a
safe
safe
player.
player.
Yeah.
How safe was I on the scale today?
I think so.
I don't think you were unsafe, but I think there wasn't like any big
Yeah.
juice, if you know what I mean.
mean,
Like there was no big event.
He did have that little nugget about Nugget though. That was worth
Yeah.
something.
But Nugget did go far actually.
And you were laughing a bit harder at our paedophile joke section at the end there. But at least you were keeping it real, you know.
No, but
We sometimes lose people in the paedophile section of the
a lot of
podcast.
stony faces during the paedophile segment.
I'm a big believer in negative karma, so I didn't want to say too much. You know, I think the team that always shit talks in Overwatch, they always lose no matter what.
We should talking pedophiles though.
They're gonna come back and beat us.
Surely that's positive karma, no? Vega is now defending pedophiles for the audience. Just if we want to talk about
No.
negative aura, pro pedophile Vega.
I was not disrespectful to SSG. No European teams, so no disrespect to any teams. I can't build negative karma. And actually, I think everyone is great.
I think just for that one, you got to go below Casares. You know, like just for the unwillingness to shit talk to people that you want to shit on.
SSG was shit this stage, and they got 4th place. I don't know how. No,
Yeah,
you guys got 4th
another
place.
time.
Stage 1, and then I don't know how y'all haven't won. Y'all won stage 2, right?
We did win. And we were the best in the West.
I mean, y'all, the
What,
best
based on that tweet.
Yeah, but Chris, how honest were the comps you were playing when you won?
I didn't even play any sim, so even Vega can't. We played the same comps as Vega, we just played them well, you know?
The thing is, you guys
The only
wouldn't
time Vega had any success was when they changed the rules to fit his team. Like, think about that for a second. He's like all high on his EWC shit when they changed the rules.
The thing is, you guys won't beat us in a rush mirror unless you have sim. And even then, I'm not sure. But you guys know that.
That's all right.
All
No, it's true.
Show
Yeah,
match.
actually, it's
Okay,
true.
Mauga Mirror, no sim. Who wins?
I think us.
Yeah, you're cooked, mate. Sorry to say, but you're
No,
fucking cooked.
Ram
put him
Mirror,
below Casares.
Yeah, this guy's cooked, unfortunately.
Ram Mirror. I don't think you guys have a chance. I really don't.
Mauga Mirror.
Brand Mirror?
Ram Mirror, at least you have Bat Ram Mirror. I don't think y'all win.
Yeah, I think you're cooked, unfortunately.
Can we revise
No,
history
no,
and put
no,
Funny
no.
Astro
We-
above
we-
Cass so all of them are together?
Yeah, the Toronto
No.
tier.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I just...
That is just unfair. But no, you guys are not based. Even bro, no, even scrimmers. We would always shit on you guys on Shimbali. It's like
When?
stage
In
2,
the Ram
stage
Mirror?
2, stage 1. Yeah, Ram Mirror. We would always beat y'all on Shimbali, and that was the only map we Ram mirrored.
What was where did you finish in the Ram Mirror in Dallas? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was Maga meta. Yeah.
Okay. I just checked. I'd forgotten. Sorry.
No, you guys
No,
are
it's all
great at
good.
UWC. You guys
Oh,
actually
yeah,
great.
it's all good. I mean, that's just
The tournament that mattered the most, you guys did great, by the way. I'm glad you guys can only play one hero.
Oh god.
I think too, like I think Cass had like 5 pages. It's like this map, we're banning this hero against SSG because they just can't play the game anymore. We just had the bans that we need bans back, honestly.
That's it. But then the thing is, you know what the problem is, Vega? We've been beefing, but then when I try and add new heroes, then I start to beef with Unter, who says don't play more heroes. So what am I to do? You know, I got to beef if we can only play one hero. I got to beef if we learn over heroes. I can't win, can I? At least X has got
let's
my
play
back.
Lucio Curie.
What you have to do, Chris, is you win the game, and then whatever decision you made was the right decision.
Yeah, fucking good.
Like when
Try
NRG used to import slots on 2 Korean tanks, we were like, what are they doing? Oh, but they did beat Toronto. Good choice.
Yeah.
I'll try that next time. I'll try.
Just win the game first, and then it's easier in the arguments later.
They beat us, and they started celebrating, and then we just 4-0'd them in grand finals.
Yeah.
It's all
We'll see
good.
in
They got,
Stockholm, you
they
know?
got their lick
We
in,
just
you
had
know,
to
that's all
lock
that
in.
matters.
We just had to lock in, bro.
Yeah.
We started trying. It was easy.
I mean, dude, if Clear had, you know, if that coach gun hadn't gone off in that cage, you know, Clear had that fucking series too. You guys are coming third.
Okay, no, I don't know why they were
Clear
talking about
client of
that.
the-
That's it. That's
the
the
revision
client of the
is
week.
Clear
Yes,
client of the
yes,
week.
yes.
No, Chris, I know you really need an out here, but I think Clear client of the
Yeah,
week because
I
complaining
agree.
about a mechanic that is in the game, and probably didn't even impact the outcome of the fight.
It
To
did
be
not
honest.
matter. It did not
Like,
matter.
they say like, oh, you know, it really mattered because we were targeting Ash. It's like at the end of the day, it didn't fucking matter, you know? Like Zero had gone over to Mei and just did fucking nothing. Like he made this Mei swap that completely threw the fucking fight. Fucking, if he was Genji, he would have been fucking killing everyone trapped in that corner. But instead he's on Mei doing nothing. Ash had nothing to do with anything.
I hit boop of the day too. That was actually boop of the day.
Yeah, you hit the boop of the day.
Maybe boop
All
of
right.
the week. I don't know.
Revised client of the week. We need a new timestamp in the VOD for that, but you know, it's not
Yeah,
clear.
client of the
Please
week
let's see if we
too.
can Can we get that tweet up on the screen real quick for the viewers? For the millions of people that are still watching.
What's Clear's thing? Is it Clear OW?
Probably Clear underscore OW.
Let me find it.
Yeah, it is Clear OW.
Which one? I was also awesome video game XD.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. And it's just a clip of, an Ash using a coach gun in cage, which is something that you can do.
Yeah, Merit's super carried in his fight afterwards as well, clearly.
Yeah, I mean, look at Vega talking all this fucking shit. He's one bug away from getting knocked out in third place in NA. That's way worse than what we did.
What, actually coming third place in a year?
Not quite coming third versus actually coming third.
Yeah, but only because of a bug,
Awesome video game.
That actually had nothing to do with the outcome of that match. I don't know why they're talking about it.
You need to pick
mentality,
something.
bro. Loser mentality.
All right. Let's release this guy.
I want to go eat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for being the first Toronto player to fucking show up.
I mean, the rest are too famous for you guys. So.
Yeah, it's too big of a deal.
And you know what? Actually, I'll be honest. Our whole team is pissed that CommanderX is allowed to co-stream it. I don't know. Our whole team's just pissed he's partner with us.
What's he
doing? You're an op. You're an op. You're part of SSG.
What do you mean an op? What part of SSG? I turned up for one event. Because Toronto wouldn't get me out there.
Yeah.
If Toronto offered me first.
Yeah, we willing to pay him what he deserves.
I think he's an enemy.
An enemy? I'm literally on the org.
And I think the main reason you steal viewers from them because you're co-streaming and we stream our POVs.
I'm stealing viewers for Toronto though.
Well, not for the team.
But we're selfish. We're selfish. We want the viewers.
Yeah, but you get paid more than me, so I need for viewers.
That's not true.
That's 100% true.
No, but you're in alpha.
Rich get richer.
You're in alpha like 6 seasons. It's fine.
3 seasons, and I was on London on less than minimum salary.
You're still more rich than me.
3 of your players won the Overwatch League.
The people that are getting their views stolen are like Overwatch League winners. Sugar free that had some mega contrast.
It's actually pure greed from you.
Vega's the only one in the financial position that can justify it. Vega's the only one that can actually justify wanting more viewers. But nobody watches Vega's POV anyway because they're too busy watching fucking RuPaul and Lenny. So like your self-interest, it's misguided anyway. Nobody that was watching CommanderX was going to watch Vega or W anyway.
No one likes
PG and go. Oh.
No one likes a chill main support playing Lucio Brig, bro. Everyone just wants to see everything else, bro.
Just a chill main support playing Lucio Brig. Nobody needs that.
I mean, there's already Rack. Rack already he's saturated the market, bro. He's the only chill main support that plays Lucio Brig.
He is the nice guy market, dude. You can't win on that. Like you're on the wrong side of history, buddy. You're never gonna win that. You're not a wholesome streamer. Like
I need to be evil. I think that is the only way forward.
You need to be bad
exactly.
boy.
If you're a fucking asshole, then maybe people would watch you. Because already you've got these big personalities. You got people like Sugar Free, you got Lenny, and then you got Rack Attack saturating the market for nice guys. So you need to be the opposite. You need Sugar Free and RuPaul, sorry. And then you just need to fucking capture the other side of the market. You need to be an actual fucking cunt if you want to make some money. That's the move.
That's true.
Play into it because you'll never escape it otherwise.
All right, I'm gonna go eat.
Yeah.
Did I get shawarma or
I think
Chipotle?
Shawarma. In honor of the EWC discussions, get some shawarma.
That's true. Actually, that's true. we had the Riyadh buff.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming on, mate.
See ya.
Right. Cheers.
Cheers.